right now to Ahmad with Patrick Ewing.
All right, thanks, Mark. Patrick, you had a wonderful game, probably the best game of your entire career. In a situation like this, to be a superstar, you have to rise to the occasion. You did just that.
Oh, yeah, you know, we were running plays for the jump shot, and I told Coach, forget all that stuff. Give me the ball, and if I'm going to lose, let me lose it.
The Knicks 95 and the Pacers 90 to take the series in 7. Marv Albert, Matt Lucas, Ahmad Rashad, and Hannah Storm at the Garden. This has been the NBA on NBC.
Knicks family, what is poppin'? Those were the days, weren't they? Patrick Ewing, the New York Knicks, back in 1994 to the NBA Finals. Much love to the captain, to the big fella. Happy birthday, happy 56th. I was glad, happy to witness those days, man. Happy to witness those days. Those were some great days. Great days. As a matter of fact, when I do my Knicks fans memoir, one of my memoirs has to do with 1994 and the New York Knicks going to the NBA Finals versus the Houston Rockets. What a year that was. That was a great year. But hey, we're going to be back. We're building the kind of team that's going to be back, and this time win it, because we're going to have enough depth. We're going to have enough firepower to win it. Ed Santana, today's your birthday. Happy birthday, my brother. Happy birthday. Ed, how old are you today, man? Chat, please give a happy birthday to Ed Santana. Get that man a happy birthday. Everybody deserves a little greeting on their birthday. That's what's up. Salute to you, my brother, man. But, you know, Patrick Ewing, well, hands down, you know, we were talking about Carmelo Anthony having his jersey retired in the Garden. Patrick Ewing is hands down, in my opinion, the best player to ever put on a New York Knicks uniform. I don't think it's even close. Well, I don't want to say that. Walt Clyde Frazier is maybe close. I don't know. But Patrick Ewing, I guess because I grew up with Patrick Ewing. I grew up watching Patrick Ewing. That's my guy, right? That's my heart. I love Patrick Ewing. Even though I've heard that he was kind of I don't know. It's kind of rough to some people. You know, he didn't have the greatest personality, but hey, it is what it is. I heard a story about one of my friends. His mother was I guess she was a stewardess on an airplane. And she said, you know, she was on a flight with Patrick Ewing, and he was pretty rude to her, but it didn't matter to me. I didn't care. Patrick Ewing is my dude. It's my guy. I went crazy trying to find Ewing sneakers when I was younger. See, I couldn't afford them. My mother couldn't afford them. But I wanted them so bad because I loved them. I was in love with those Ewing sneakers. When I got my own job, saved up my money, bought 2-3 pair of Ewings. I got Ewings now. You know what I mean? I got like 2 pair of Ewings right now. I had this big giant coat. And you know, back in the day, we wore everything super duper huge. I had this big giant coat. And it said Phoenix on the front because that was the name of his athletic company. And then on the back, it had Ewing Duncan. It was my favorite coat. I let a buddy of mine hold it, and he tore it up, man. Got ripped. It made me mad, real mad, because that was my favorite coat. Coat cost I think that coat cost $200, something like that. Or Patrick Ewing coat. But yeah, big shout out to my man Ed. Happy birthday again. And to the big fella, happy birthday. I just wish we would have been able, not you, big fella. I wish we would have been able to put the people around you to help you win the championship. And I've always wished that the Knicks would bring him back so that he could win a championship with us as a coach. And I kind of believe in the Patrick Ewing curse. I do. I believe in a curse, so that scares me a little bit about what's happening right now with our team. Because I do believe that the Knicks are cursed. The same way the Boston Red Sox were cursed. I think the Knicks might be cursed for trading Patrick Ewing. You don't trade Patrick Ewing. I don't care. You don't trade him. I don't think the Knicks are going to remove that curse until they bring Ewing back. They had a chance. I think they had a chance to remove the curse. They had a chance several times to remove the curse. They could have kept his son on the squad at least for a year. Remove the curse. Get it out of here. Keep Patrick Ewing Jr. on the squad. We wasn't doing nothing. Had a chance to bring Patrick Ewing in. We've never even given the man an interview. What's up? It's crazy. Never even given him an interview. Had a chance. We've had chances to bring him in as a coach. I'm afraid. I don't know, man. We may not lift that curse until we do right by Patrick Ewing. We may not lift it till we do right by Patrick Ewing. Maybe I'm just superstitious. Maybe I'm just crazy. But it could be. It could be. CP, you say it's the curse of Jim Dolan ever since he's on the team, yeah? Yeah, you may be right about that too. You know what I'm saying? Tyon Reed, you said you think there's a curse but not a Ewing curse. So I'm assuming that maybe you agree with CP the artist that it's a James Dolan curse. Could be. You know, dysfunction comes from the top and comes down to everyone else. Now, Madison Square Garden, let's be real about it. As far as the business side of it, Madison Square Garden is doing very well, and Madison Square Garden owns the New York Knicks, the Rangers, so on and so forth. Is doing very well. So, you know, there it is. We'll see what's up. We'll see how it goes. Tax Stone, don't do that, man. He said Frank is the curse. Don't do that. Don't do it. You know what I mean? Frank is not a curse. Frank is he's part of the future, brother. Yeah. Mel Rob. Yeah, that's my man. OC Minora. Thank you for the compliment on the jersey. I like OC. I really did like. I didn't like him better than Michael Strahan, but I like OC. You know what I mean? I like OC. So let's talk about Frank Ntilikina. Frank Ntilikina will be playing in FIBA with the French national team in the qualifier. I think they play 2 games, I believe it is. September 13th. And I think they play another game. What do you guys think about it? Me? I'm cool with it. I don't have a problem with it. I want him to play. You know what I'm saying? I want Frank to be out there playing as much basketball as possible. That's how you develop. Get out there and play. This is the time to work on the things that maybe you didn't get a chance to work on during summer league, but things that you've been working on in the offseason. I know he's about to do a week straight with Chris Brinkley. I read that. That's good. And then let him display it. But I know people are afraid of injury. Last year, summer league, couldn't play, injury. This year, plays 2 games, out due to injury. Because he didn't play, this may be, this could be like preseason for him to stay in shape. Just a way for him to, keep his skills sharp. But are you afraid of injury? That's my question to you. Are you afraid of injury? I'm not. I'm not afraid of it. I think you can get injured in anything you're doing. If you're playing pickup ball somewhere, you can get injured. You know, I wanted him to go down Dykeman and play. He can get injured. He can get injured anywhere he goes. Anything that he does, he can get injured. I want him to play. Does it increase the chances? Maybe a little bit, but he's got to play. You know what I mean? So I want him to get out there. But look, they got a nice squad, this French team. You know, if you look at who's on the squad, they got a nice little squad going on over there. Let's pull this over here and check it out for a second. You know, you look at, well, these are their top performers. Excuse me. They got some NBA. They got NBA guys. As a matter of fact, they got 2 Knicks. See this guy right here? This is that guy we were talking about a couple of weeks ago. I can't say his last name, but, you know, I was asking if he was going to come to Summer League because he comes to Summer League every year, but never makes the team. I think the Knicks own his rights. They need to use, you know, he's not coming to the team. They need to use those rights for something. Maybe they already have. I don't know. But they got some NBA guys. You got Boris Diaw on the squad. Okobo. You got Nicholas Batum, Fournier. Well, he's not an NBA guy, but this dude right here. They got a squad. They got a nice little squad. You know what I mean? Nice little squad. And right now, they are 6-0 in their group. We'll see. You know, we'll see how it goes. So I think it's a good thing for Frank. You know what I mean? To get out there, run up and down the floor, and it's especially good because they have NBA guys there, so he can get out there and play with NBA guys. You know what I mean? You can play with NBA guys. That's how you sharpen your skills up. You know, I believe these games are at, who was it? French Knicks podcast sent me a message and said these games are going to be like 4 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. I'm not sure if I'm getting up for it. I'll probably record it because I don't want to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. You know what? Most of the time, I'm up until 4 o'clock in the morning. I go to sleep. I don't go to sleep until 4 o'clock in the morning. Every night. I can't help it. I'm always doing something. I have all these projects. I'm always doing something. You know what I mean? So I'm up. 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm up. Well, going to sleep. Just starting to go to sleep, you know. But I want to hear from you. I want to know what you think about it. You know, give me a call, 516-405-2246. And we talk about it, what you think about Frank playing with the French national team. If you think he should play, if you think he should not play. I do want to see him down Dykeman. All right? I want to see him down Dykeman. You know, get down there and play a different type of a game. He may not want to because that's not his game. You know what I mean? Does he fit with those guys down there? You know, can he get out there and play that type of game? I don't know, but you can learn. You can learn to play that kind of game. And then you mix it with your game. Right? And then when you mix it with your game, the game that he has, then you know, that'll be a nice mix right there. You know what I'm saying? That'll be a nice mix. So if you want to, let me know what you think about it. About Frank playing in FIBA. 516-405-2246. You can video chat. appear.n/NBK. Again, that's appear.n/NBK. And listen, when you call in, if you video in, please make sure that you have headphones. Now, it doesn't have to be headphones like I have, but make sure that you have some kind of earpiece in, because when you speak to me through speakerphone, it breaks up a lot, right? So you have something to say. Everyone in the chat, everyone listening, they want to hear what you have to say. So make sure you got the right equipment so people can hear you, so your voice can be heard. You know, because if not, it's all broken up, and there's nothing more frustrating nothing more frustrating than wanting to hear what someone has to say and you can't hear it. All right, so please make sure you got the right equipment when you call in, have a good connection so everyone can hear what you have to say. I want to hear what you got to say. You know what I mean? So, make sure you got a good connection and things are good. You know what I mean? So, let me I got a call coming in. We're going to check this out, see who it is. You are live with Nothing But Knicks. What's popping?
What's going on, Sim? I'm a big fan.
Appreciate it.
The subject is Frank, right? Frank playing in FIBA. I think he should get all the burn we can give him or they can give him. We need to see what we can get out the kid. What was it?
You think Perry, them guys, you think they're going to be over there checking him out? Seeing what he does?
They should be. They should definitely be out there checking him out.
Maybe send a trainer over there with him?
Definitely, without a doubt. I mean, we need to get as much as we can out this kid.
Are you afraid of injury or anything like that? Oh, look like I lost him. You here? You still here? I think I lost him. All right. Well, we got my man. I ain't seen him in a while. Ruben is here. Ruben, what's poppin', man? What's going on with you?
How you feeling, bro?
I'm chilling, man. How you been?
Not bad, man. Everybody in the chat, make sure y'all like the chat, subscribe. Yo, am I echoing? Is everything cool?
I think everything is good, man. Sounds good.
That's what's up, man. I don't know. It's always good to hit the chat and talk to the fellas in the background before I actually get in. It's funny. Somebody actually said Mudiay was going to start this year in the chat. That was hilarious. But I would love a response from you, Sam. But as far as Frank going out there and playing, he definitely needs to play, man. We don't need to hold him back from getting no minutes at all.
Yeah, he needs to play.
Like I was telling the entertainer too before. I don't got too much to say early, but the entertainer was chatting a minute ago about Frank being our solution. And I just feel like he can definitely be a part of our team, but I just can't see him being our prize winner solution guy right now. That's Kevin Knox, because of what I think I saw out of him, and of course if KB can come and play. We just need him to come and play this year before we give him $100-something million next year. You know what I mean? I just want to see him play this year at least, KP. But we got to give him his money. So.
I don't know if he's
definitely need to go.
And and we'll jump back to Frank in a minute, but about KP, you know what scares me or what I'm worried about is that his team is going to be worried about that money, right? And that they force him back. That's what I do not want. I don't want him to force him back. You know what I mean? I want them to take their time. So when he comes back fully healthy. But I also understand it's a business and you got to get your money. Because, this thing is not going to last. So, that puts you in a little bit of a conundrum, I think. Because if he doesn't come back and play this year, then how are the Knicks really justified next summer to pay him? You know what I mean? So that's the sticky situation.
We got to, Sam.
We probably do. You probably do, but it's a sticky. It's sticky. It's sticky.
We ain't got nobody else. We got to pay him. I think that we should have it. We just got to get rid of Tim Hardaway contract. We got enough for 2 if we get rid of Tim Hardaway contract. And like I will always say, I don't care what they say about me in the chat. Literally, bro, unless we package some talent with that $18 million, nobody's gonna take him. So Frank is our only talent. Frank is our most tradable piece. I hate to say it, bro.
I don't think you package Frank to move Tim Hardaway, man. I can't do it. I can't package Frank to move Tim Hardaway. I think that would be a mistake. I think it'll be a mistake to package.
Do you think that Frank's talent is not replaceable, Tim?
His defense, I don't think his defense is replaceable.
Okay.
I definitely do not think that's replaceable. And you've got to have, in my opinion, you got to stop the point of attack first. And that's where your point guard comes in, or someone who can guard that point guard position. You know what I mean? You got to be able to stop that first. You need a point guard that can, you're not going to stop every point guard, of course, but that can play defense on that position well. And then you need a center, you know, that can erase mistakes. You know, block shots off the from the weak side, so on and so forth, grab rebounds, and you got Mitchell Robinson, who can potentially be that guy. You got Frank, we know he's that guy defensively already. I think that right there, you know, that alignment right there is a positive for the team. You know, I think with Tim Hardaway, I think you give him this year. I'm not a Tim Hardaway fan either. I'm not a big Tim Hardaway fan, right? I think you give him this year to see what he can do under Fizdale, to see now that he's playing back to his natural position, can he shoot at a better percentage? Can he take better shots? Can Fizdale help him to become a better defensive player? You know, see what you got. See what you got with him. But I ain't trying to trade Frank for him to move his contract.
We agree Tim Hardaway is an athlete, right? Tim Hardaway is a great athlete.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
So is Frank. I think Frank's a great athlete too. I might be on the other side of the fact that even his defense is not replaceable. I think his people out there play great defense, but I think that he can, with his ability to play the point guard position with handling the ball, but he doesn't attack so much. He's so pass first that you can see what he's going to do before he get across the half court line. But maybe all that changes with Frank this year with Fizz. But I just think that we're putting a lot on Fizz to bring our players up to speed. I like what we did as far as bringing in Mario. I think he's a playmaker, but I just don't see many other playmakers handling the ball for us. Tim Hardaway's not going to do it. I don't believe in Frank, but I hope he does it. And Trey Burke creates shots for himself. He's not the best playmaker of everybody else, which I like. I like that. But so that's my beef with Frank, and I can't see why nobody in the chat, nobody is with me would trade whatever we can, except, you know what I mean, our core. That's Knox, KP. I like Mitchell Robinson as part of our core. I would literally trade anybody else on that roster if it meant making enough space for us to tell somebody else to come to New York, which I think they already want to do anyway, Sam. I think everybody want to play in New York. They just want to play with talent, and most people don't want to play under Dolan. The first thing we need to do is somebody need to get Dolan out of office some kind of way, have him sell, whatever he got to do. But that's our problem. Dolan is our problem. And we're putting a lot on the shoulders of Fizz this year. I don't want to – who's Mark? What's up, baby? But I don't want to put too much on Fizz's plate, but I know what he gonna bring to the table. If we bring up Frank and Tim, and he develop Knox and Mitchell Robinson, don't that pretty much make him the coach of the year? You know what I mean? Like one of the best coaches in the ever. Shit,
he's supposed to be a developmental guy. You know, he's supposed to be a developmental guy. Let me get to this call right quick, and then I'm gonna come back and see what Who's Mark's got to say. All right.
That's what's up.
Caller, you're on live with Nothing But Knicks. What's poppin', man?
Hey, Sam, you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear, brother.
Hey, this is Viper on the chat, man.
What's going on with you, man?
I'm here watching the videos, man. I have to call in because I'm saying, Frank, what if he's like Shumpert? You know, he got good defense, right? Mm-hmm. But his offense never gets good.
One, I think he's
and the Knicks just keep on holding on to him because it's saying like, yo, his defense is so good, but his offense never gets there.
Well, one, I think he's a better defender than Shumpert was. I think that Shumpert, I initially thought that, felt like he was a really good defender. After about a year, I thought that he was an overrated defender. You know what I mean? I didn't think Shumpert. I don't know. I seen some lapses in him. He played hard. He worked hard. He was a good, decent defender. Average at the worst, I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say he was like a shut you down kind of guy. I don't think he was or is right now. I think that Frank's length make him a much better defender. His IQ make him a much better defender than Shumpert. I think those two things right there already make him surpass Iman Shumpert, right? And I don't think Frank has a broken shot. Shumpert didn't have a broken shot either. Shumpert could knock down the three. You know, for some reason, he couldn't make layups. I don't know why Iman Shumpert could not make layups. You know what I mean? It used to kill me. I don't know why I couldn't make layups. But then Iman Shumpert also, he was not good on the ball. I'm not talking defensively, but he wasn't good. He wasn't a good ball handler, right? He didn't know, you know, when he would have the ball, he wasn't going to be the guy that's going to make decisions for you. Where I think Frank can do that. He may not be Kyrie Irving or Damian Lillard or guys like that, but I think Frank can he can make decisions for you. He can make plays for some other people. He can run the screen and roll, the screen and pop. He can do those kind of things that Iman Shumpert couldn't do. So I'm not worried about him being Iman Shumpert because I think offensively, maybe he's not a scorer. Right?
Sometimes he reminds me of
him,
man, because
go ahead.
The way sometimes he reminds me of Shumpert, like, you know, he got good defense, but the offensive side of the ball.
Well, I mean, you know, and we'll see. And when Shumpert came into the league, Shumpert was already what? I think he was a junior when he came into the league, right? Something like that. You know, Frank came into the league basically as a high school kid. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we can compare. I think he's already going to be better than Shumpert.
I kind of like the caller before me had called and said, you know, because what if we keep on holding on to Frank and then he never, you know, turns out to be a good offensive player.
Well,
and just not value, you know, we could probably trade him.
Okay.
You know, or something. Maybe next year, whatever. But, you know, nobody really knows. I watch him. His defense is good, but the offense, the ball, he's not. Sometimes he's open. In the summer league, he's open, and then he pass off the ball. The ball got stolen, you know, and he's just not looking for his offense.
All right, well, I'm gonna let you go because I got some other people calling in. I appreciate the call. All right, definitely call back. All right, but keep listening because I'm gonna respond to what you had to say. All right,
okay.
Peace, man.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
One, I don't understand the narrative. Why do we keep holding on? Like that's what the guy said. Why do we keep holding on to Frank? He's played 1 year. If this was year 4? And he's still, you know, is this same exact player, then I can understand why do we keep holding on to Frank. Then I can get that. Last year was his first season in the NBA. So how, you know, do we keep holding on? Or maybe he was saying, you know, 2 or 3 years down the line, you know, do we keep holding on or something like that? Maybe that's what he was saying. But it's his first. Last year was his first year in the league. He's not going to be a perfect player. Not by any means. You know, then, you know, if you look at that second summer league game, he did look for his offense. He looked for his offense in the second summer league game. You know what I mean? Let me get another call here. You're on live with Nothing But Knicks. What's poppin', man?
What's poppin', man? This is Worldwide West calling us from Long Island.
What's poppin', brother?
You already know, man. Listen, I wanted to first touch on the whole thing with a lot of fans and the disdain for Tim Hardaway Jr.
Okay.
Now, Tim Hardaway Jr., he averaged close to 18 points a game last year. You know, that's nothing to laugh at, okay? Now, his main problem is that he was wildly inconsistent. His lows were just too low, and his highs were very high. But if he could be more of an even keel type of player, if he had a sturdy point guard, I think that it would improve his play. Also, if he was able to play the shooting guard exclusively as opposed to switching over to the small forward, which ain't a natural position.
Now, see,
Frank, right? I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, let me respond about Tim Hardaway. See, my thing with Tim Hardaway, you say he averaged 18 points a game, but what was his field goal percentage in that 18 points per game? He was like 40%, 41% from the field. That's pretty low. For a shooting guard, where this is your job. You're a shooting guard. This is your job. Your job is to shoot the ball, and shooting 41%. He shot like 31% from three. That's supposed to be one of his calling cards. He shot like 31% from three last year. Now I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, because he was kind of playing. He was playing that three position. Sometimes he had longer defenders on him. Maybe he had to work a little bit more on defense, tired him out of offense. I don't know. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. But the 18 points, if it comes on bad field goal percentage, then that means you got to shoot more shots to get those 18 points per game. You know what I mean? And so we'll see. I want to see him get that same 18 points, shooting 50% or 47% from the field. Shooting 47% from the field.
He played significantly better when he was on the floor with KP as opposed to when he wasn't. They was even over 500 with KP. But I see your point 100%. I'm not wholeheartedly supporting Tim Hardaway. I just don't think we need to rush to trade him for a person who we don't even know who this character is, right? Because remember, leading up to 2010, we traded a lot of players away, right? We traded a lot of good players away that are still in the NBA to this day in hopes of landing LeBron. Now, we can't go ahead and do that. We can shed ourselves of Lee's contract, which is a reasonable thing to do, and we can stretch Noah, right?
Okay.
Cancer comes with the salary cap. We can still create enough space to sign 2 max contracts, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to give Jimmy Butler a max contract, okay? And lastly, if it comes to it, right, let's wait until June, or I should say right up to free agency, to trade Tim Hardaway Jr. Because you think that it's going to be very hard to move his contract. I don't necessarily agree. You look at a team like the Minnesota Timberwolves. If they're in a position that they're going to lose Jimmy Butler and they want to stay in the playoff race, what makes you think that Tibbs won't take up a package like Trey Burke and Timmy for Jimmy Butler, knowing that they lost him anyway? This is at the end of the season, like around draft time when they make those sign and trade deals. Okay, that's feasible. I don't think we should rush to trade him before the end of the season without knowing we could definitively get certain free agents. If, let's say, Durant and Kyrie, that's high hopes, if they both agree to come, then you say, okay, we're going to move some players around. We're going to create a little bit more room, because at that point, we'll only have to create like 15 million more, probably even less than that,
Okay.
So, and I don't really want to give Jimmy Butler $35 million a year. I'll take him for 25, but he wants the full max.
Right.
Is that a wise thing to do? And a lot of us is forgetting. We're going to be a really bad team this year, okay? We had basically our starting lineup in Summer League, like three-fifths of the starting lineup in Summer League, and we won 1 or 2 games, okay? Knox is going to play well. We're gonna look for a moment. So we're going to lose a lot of games. We're looking at the top 5, 6. Romeo Langford, okay, Cam Reddish. These guys are going to be players in the NBA. All right, we're gonna get a shooting guard to supplant Tim Hardaway, because in the 6-man role, you can't tell me that Tim Hardaway Jr. in a 6-man role, that would be a good look. Like on the championship team, if you had Frank backing up a Kyrie, and then you had Tim Hardaway backing up, let's say, Romeo Langford or Cam Reddish or R.J. Barrett, we don't necessarily have to sign 2 max contracts. I know you guys you hate the whole tank, but we don't have to tank. We don't have a winning team, so the chips are going to fall where they fall, and that's going to be us subsequently losing. Not intentionally, but perhaps strategically at the same time.
Okay.
Thanks for taking my call, man. I'll
appreciate the call, man. Great call.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah. And he made some very good points. I think he made some pretty good points. I don't agree with stretching Noah unless you've got a move at hand. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to stretch Joakim Noah just for the heck of it. I want to know that there's something already at hand, and this is why we are stretching Joakim Noah, because I don't want to be on hook for that $5 million a year or whatever it is for or whatever it is for that amount of time. I'd rather let his contract expire unless we're able to really, we know we're stretching Joakim Noah so that we can sign this person, that person, or whatever it is. You know what I mean? All right, who's Mark? I know you want to get in. You listening? I don't know if he's listening. I know he's talking, but I'm gonna open him up. Who's Mark? What's popping, man?
He likes how he plays.
Who's Mark, man? You're live.
Yo, will you tell the chat stop talking about Mudiay? Because I'm really afraid that he might start, and I don't want him on this floor.
Why are you afraid? The chat has no control on whether or not he starts. That's up to Fizdale. You think Fizdale is gonna look at this chat right here and say, "Wow, I need to listen to the NBK chat and start Mudiay"?
No, but Knicks fans do spread very, very fast.
What's going on, man?
I don't want to see that guy on my bulletin board, man. Wave him, please. Do something. But anyway,
that's gonna be one of the next topics on Tuesday night.
All right. So what are we talking about?
We're talking about Frank Ntilikina. The topic is Frank Ntilikina and him playing, over in FIBA. But we've been kind of talking about a few things surrounding Frank and his tenure so far on the team. You know what I mean? How you feel about him playing in FIBA?
No, because I think FIBA's playing style is way better than the NBA. I like FIBA. I like watching FIBA. FIBA, they play with a toughness that you don't see in the NBA.
Okay.
They play the right way. That especially that France team that he plays for, it's a bunch of tough people on that team. They know how to play the game.
They got a squad. We looked at the roster.
They always had a squad.
They always
had a squad.
You know what I'm saying? They got a nice squad.
And like I said, that will give him more burn if he's starting there at the point guard. That will give him more burn to come back over here and knowing that he had to be more aggressive. But I think that France team is going to give him more confidence. Because to me, it's not that he lacks confidence. It's the lack of knowing that he's the point guard, knowing that he has the job. I keep telling people this. When you play 20 minutes in the NBA, it's not enough. It's not enough as a starting guard. He never knew what his minutes was from night to night. He was getting pulled off after doing one mistake. You're not going to develop like that. So we got to look at Frank as a whole new breed of a player right now. Just erase what happened out your minds from last year because, like I said, the coach stick his growth.
Okay.
Because let me tell y'all something. His poise to the game, it reminds me a lot of Chauncey Billups. He doesn't get rattled at nothing. I feel like he's one of them players that's not afraid to shoot the ball. He's not afraid to shoot the ball once given to him in his spots. And he just got to get rep. But him going to France is just better because I like FIBA basketball. FIBA basketball product, to me, I wish the NBA take the rules from there and put it into this game. Because it's much aggressive. It's much more tougher. They don't call a whole bunch of tic-tac fouls at all. If you watch it, it's great to watch. And I like 40 minutes. I like watching a 40-minute basketball game instead of 48.
All right. Let me get one more person in here about Frank and FIBA, and then we're gonna move on to the next thing. All right. So let me get Nate Dogg, man. What's popping, Nate?
What's going on, Sim? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you? How you feel?
Good, man. Just wondering why all this hate for Ntilikina, man. I mean, I just don't get it, man. I mean, the guy's only 20 years old. And he's already the most hated Knick in New York.
It's. I think that people has so many expectations for Frank. They you heard about him. This is point guard over in France. He's supposed to be, pretty good. So people want to see him come in, and then of course you got the Dennis Smith Jr. effect, right? But people want to see him come in and perform and outscore Dennis Smith Jr. People don't really want to be as patient as they should be when we're in, and this is what gets me, is because we are in a situation where it's okay to be patient.
Point guard over France.
You know what I'm saying? It's okay to be patient because we got a very young team, but people don't want to be patient with one of the guys that I believe is going to be our core.
I think the thing about Ntilikina is that people expect him to be like a Curry or a Lillard or a Donovan Mitchell type of mold, and that's not who he is. He's a poised guy who can make passes, who can play the defense very well. I mean, they're expecting him to be something he's not. And the truth is that, hey, what he is he's a great defender who can set up players and, actually is pretty poised when it matters the most. I mean, I was telling the guys on the chat here, if you watch Ntilikina in the fourth quarter of games and watch him in the fourth quarter of Summer League games, he knows when to turn it on. He knows when to make the plays and make the shots. And I tell you what, man, I'd rather have a point guard that does that than a point guard that does everything in the three quarters and does nothing in the fourth.
And he's been aggressive in the fourth quarter.
Exactly, yeah. That's what you want him to be aggressive.
People.
That's what the game's going to be on the line.
People complain about him not scoring, blah, 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 blah. But he's been aggressive in the fourth quarters.
Yeah. I guess they want to be like Westbrook to like run over everybody in front of him and just go crazy.
Yeah, I mean, we got to be patient. Let the kid play his game. We got some time. Let him play. You know what I mean? And we got to stop having these expectations that guys are going to be, like you said, the Westbrooks or Steph Currys or Kyrie Irvings, because that's not the only way to win. It's not the only way to win. Especially if you have scorers.
But Europe has more professionals, Mark. That's the thing, is that you play against more professionals in the European leagues and other leagues than they play in the NBA when they first start off.
Yeah. So yeah, but look, the Frank hate is gonna go on for a while, I believe, until he comes out and he averages 12, 13 points a game and 7, 8 assists a game.
I hope he kills it in the European leagues so all these Frank haters can shut up.
Yeah. We'll see. They're never going to. That's okay.
Yeah,
that's okay. We'll let them, listen, I'm okay with some people just having an opinion to say, you know what? I just don't think Frank is the guy. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? And like Ruben said, he might be our best trade chip right now, based on who we're definitely going to keep.
If they trade him, whoever gets him is gonna be better, and we're gonna regret that trade.
I agree. But I tend to think that he's part of that core of KP, Knox, Mitchell Robinson, and then you add Frank Ntilikina into that core. I tend to think he's part of that. Some people think that maybe he's not gonna be part of that core, but we'll see. I tend to think he's going to be, and I'm willing to be patient with him. Am I going to criticize him over things? Of course I am. If I see him not doing something that I think he needs to do, I'm going to say it. But I'm willing to be patient with him. You know what I mean? Tony Crow, man, what's popping?
What's going on, Stink?
I see you trying to get in the video chat. And it wasn't happening for you, but that's cool. We got you on the line.
Yeah, they can't hear me, so I knew it wasn't working.
Yeah.
But your Blackest Time, shout out to the chat. You know what it is. Who was this on? Nate Dogg?
Yeah, that was it. Nate Dogg was just on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So right now we letting a few more people in.
You want to travel?
But give me your just give me. I want your take on this. I'm gonna move on from Frank. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna move on from Frank, and I want your take on David Fizdale. Right? Because one of the I haven't heard many criticisms of David Fizdale, but one of the criticisms that I have heard from some people is that maybe Fizdale needs to be a little bit more low key. Right, because we've heard him saying a lot. Talking about that big lineup with, KP, Knox, Mitchell Robinson, who else was in there? I don't know. Whoever else was in there. That real super long lineup. We hear him just certain things, him saying. Then he's, then he had to kind of back it down a little bit.
I wish you could see my face right now. Low key. Why would we want low? We had low key. We had low key coaches. we had low key presidents.
Well, I'm not talking about low key in the locker room. I'm talking about just low key to the media.
It's New York. The media is going to be there. So until he mishandles something that he says, which I haven't heard, everything I've heard from him, I can agree with or understand.
Okay.
Like, he hasn't said anything. The craziest thing he said so far, which I've only heard from other people, I haven't heard myself, was the Lance Thomas, Draymond Green.
Yeah, I seen the quotes and read the quotes. Yeah, he said it, about Lance Thomas, Draymond Green.
And you know what? If he believes it, I ain't even mad at that.
Okay.
Because I think Draymond is more a product of his environment, Golden State, than just that dude. I don't know if he would be half as great on another team.
That's true. That's true.
So you know what I mean? Like, if he sees that and he thinks he can make it happen, show him prove. Let you know what I mean? Let's see what he can do.
Okay. Now, I'm just wondering because I've heard some people.
I'm not a fan of Lance at all, but I'm just saying, low key. Like, I'm not one of those people who think he should be more low key. That doesn't even make any sense to me. Okay. Like, I love everything he said. Everything.
I tell you one thing that I don't like. And it's not just Fizdale. I don't like this from any coach. It bothers me, and maybe it bothers me because I'm a coach and I just don't speak this way. I don't like it when a coach says, "I am going to get this player right," or "I am going to develop you to be this. I am going to develop you to be that." To me, that's just not real. No coach, in my opinion, can make a player become this or that. They can help, they can be a resource. But if a player is not motivated to do it, it's not going to happen. And I just don't, when I hear him or any other coach.
It always falls with the player. But when his Fizdale said that about someone, I mean, he said, he told Mudiay, "We gonna get you right."
Yeah, I mean, well, like I heard him at Summer League, and maybe I should have, I didn't even think about this. Maybe I should have put up a quote. He was saying, talking. I forgot, maybe it was KP. I don't know. It was someone, but he was saying, I was telling him how I want to develop him. Right? I don't know. To me, the coach is a resource. The coach provides you with the tools, but ultimately it falls on the players. And I would, just me, I would much rather hear him say, "This is what we're going to do." Or, here's a plan that we're going to put in place to help you reach this or reach that. That's just a pet peeve of mine, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I guess just different words. And maybe that's exactly what he's saying. Maybe that's exactly what he's saying. But like, the choice.
I understand what you're saying about your pet peeve, but I don't think that's what he was doing. I think ultimately he's going to try to develop people, and he's going to push them in the direction that he thinks they're going to be the most likely to succeed. That's what he's been saying from the beginning. We want to focus on your strengths, know what you do well, and we're going to make you great at that first. And then we're going to work on what you have to work on. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean?
I get you. I get you. I just, for me, it's the choice of words for me. You know what I'm saying? I just like to hear, not I'm going to get you there, but here's what we can put in place so that we can work together as a team to get you there. Maybe that's what he means, but that's just the choice of words that I'd rather hear, because it says something to me. It means something to me. You know what I'm saying? And it means something to me on just a level that I'm familiar with. When I talk to the players that I'm working with, I ask, okay, what are your goals? This is how you fit in. This is how I see you fitting in on our team. Here are your strengths, and here's how this team can utilize your strengths. Right? Now, what kind of plan can we put in place to help you be the best in those areas? You know what I'm saying? Now, here's what you're gonna do.
You sound like Fizdale to me right now.
Yeah, but now here's what you're gonna do to accomplish those goals, and here's how I'm going to help you. Here's what I can bring to the table for you. But I never say to my players, I'm going to develop you to be this, right? I had a coach tell my daughter. My coach told my daughter, I'm going to make you the best ball handler on this team. Well, you know what? That didn't happen. She's still working on it. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that she didn't work on it or couldn't. It's not that she didn't work. It's just, she has a lot to go, and she has some skills that she needs to develop. But that's what he said. I'm going to turn you into a beast. That's what he told her. I'm going to turn you into a beast. And the facts is that he really can't do that. All he can do is provide the tools.
Only she can do it.
Only she can do it. And listen, it's just a pet peeve. It's nothing big. What it does though for me, and this is just, listen, I'm picking at things, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes when I hear certain words, it bodes to a person's personality or maybe ego. If it's always, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I'm not saying that that's the case. I'm just keeping a watchful eye. That's all.
I hear you. Speaking of ego, you opened up. First of all, I'm gonna say to happy birthday, Patrick Ewing, no doubt.
Yes, sir.
He's a Knicks legend, all-time great. But the first thing I was thinking of, like listening in, was with all the recent hate with people going at Melo, and Ewing had a lot of hate too. And it was more because of like his personality. I mean, I guess you could say some of the same things. But it was interesting because Ewing got traded because he wasn't willing to accept a bench role because Camby came on so strong. And it was just reminiscent of Melo. Like it's almost one and the same. Like Ewing was here longer and drafted, by the Knicks, but it's New York for you, or it's just the Knicks fans for you.
Yeah,
like they're so fickle. They love you and then they hate you.
Yeah,
like Ewing was hated on his way out.
He was.
I was one of the few that thought it wasn't right to trade him, especially to Seattle. I believe that's where he was traded. Yeah, but it's just funny how fickle some fans are.
Yeah,
they love you and then they hate you.
And my thing, with Patrick Ewing and starting and all that stuff. I look at Dirk, right? So far, they haven't put him on the bench. Why? Because that's his team. He's put in so much time, so much energy, so much effort. He's made so many sacrifices for the squad. It's like, we're going to give this man his respect. And we're going to treat him like a champion. We're going to treat him like a legend, the legend that he is. With Patrick Ewing, I think I think that's what he was looking for from the team. Like, you guys should treat me like, you know, I've been here 15 years. I've been a constant all-star. You know, I've brought so much desire, fight, and energy to this team. You know, give me that respect.
I agree with you, but I don't think the team. I think he was listening to the chat, so to speak. Like, I think he was listening to the fans, so to speak. I don't think it was the team. You know what I mean? I think he was listening to the media, and he was listening to the response from people. You know what I mean? Responding to the media. Like, yeah, I don't know. I think it's like almost equivalent to the whole Melo situation. You know, and it's just funny to me. I think I'm gonna write something on it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, definitely, man. Write it. Throw that thing on the website.
And I wanted to Frank playing it overseas. I love it. I always think it's a good thing for the player to play for the country. I thought it was funny how they didn't want KP to do it.
Yeah, remember that?
And it's not a
different
problem
regime.
for Frank.
Different regime, though.
And it just shows, like, they was worried about KP getting hurt, and with Frank, it's more of like show your stuff type,
right,
so to speak.
But you know that was a different regime too, you know.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah. And I was for it always. I'm always for it. Like, as much exposure, as much playing time, as much practice you could get it. Like, I would never hold a player back. And then I just wanted to ask you if you seen Kyrie and Timmy on Dykeman.
Yeah, I seen that. Yep. I seen that. I seen it.
I just wanted to throw that in the air real quick.
Put it out there in the atmosphere, right? Yeah. No doubt.
But,
hey, Tony.
Black time. Shout out to the chat, man. Slim Q doing your thing.
Definitely.
I'm still going to try to get in on the video, but I had to call in real quick.
All right, cool. All right, peace. Yeah. So listen, I hear what everyone's saying about Fizdale. You know what I mean? I don't have any problems at all. I love what Fizdale is doing, everything. I guess I'm nitpicking a little bit. You know, that's cool. I want to get to my man Big Freezy. Big Freezy, we're gonna get you. We're gonna get to you right now, man, because this is the first time that you coming in and joining in the chat, and I want to make sure we get to you. All right, Big Freezy, what's popping, brother?
Yo, what's up, Sam?
Yo, man, I'm chilling, man. Glad you made it into the stream, man.
Yo, man, it's a pleasure, man. I'm glad you had me come in. Listen, before I start, man, can I say shout out to the chat?
Yes, sir. Give him a shout.
Hey, shout out to the chat, man. The entertainer, CP, the artist, Mighty Knicks, and everybody else, man.
Yeah, man, appreciate it. So what do you think about, Fizdale? Do you think he's saying too much sometimes? The last thing he said, I didn't have a problem. I don't have a problem with much of anything. It's some things that I've heard from some other people. Last thing he said, he wants to take New York to the championship. Good. I want to hear that. Right? What do you think, though?
I think Fizdale is perfect for New York. I think he's saying the right things. Embracing this youth movement is clutch. Giving us some insight to what the offense is going to look like is huge. When he mentioned positionless, embracing Frank and Trey and everybody else that get crucified sometimes, I think that's huge. I think that what he's doing is showing that this thing can be one happy family as opposed to one Knicks player against the other.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. What do you think about, since you came in a little bit late, Frank going to FIBA? Cool with it?
So first of all, I'm probably the number one Frank Ntilikina fan in the world. I love Frank. I love his size. I love his humility. I love the fact that he plays through injuries, during the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
I think him playing ball with FIBA is excellent for the Knicks in the long term. because the more exposure he gets to top-notch talent and playing through certain things and learning stuff only helps the Knicks in the long run.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean? So we could say all these different things about how Frank has flaws and all these things, but at 20 years old, 20-year-old point guards don't usually come into the NBA and dominate unless your name is Derrick Rose or something like that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I mean, that's just the way I feel about it.
Yeah, and people are killing Frank, but we got to get a kid some time. We got to let him go. He'll be okay.
But I like Trey too, though. I think Trey is legit.
Man, I like
if you play Frank and Trey and bring along Mudiay, man, you don't really have to go out and sign nobody, man. To me, it sounds like Knicks fans want to season their food before they taste it.
Mm-hmm.
I say let's just see what we got, and then if we need to add something, then add something.
Okay. Listen, I like Trey Burke too. I just don't think that he's the long-term starting point guard, and that's okay.
Right.
You know what I mean? I like Trey Burke. I like that he brings some fire off the bench. I like that he's able to, come in and be a scorer,
right.
And light it up real quick because you need that. Yeah, I love that, man.
I look at it like this. It's like that group New Edition, man. Ralph Tresvant sung lead and all that stuff, but at the end of the day, the girls are screaming for 5 dudes.
Right.
So whether Frank is starting, whether Trey is starting, if we win it, it don't matter because nobody is going to get a bigger ring if they didn't start. If we win the championship, everybody get a ring. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
yeah, man.
Whose Mark is going off on his chat saying?
Whose Mark is always losing it. I don't even know what is he even talking about. What is he talking about?
I'm being distracted, man. But whose Mark is going off in here, y'all? My bad. I don't have ADD, son, but whose Mark is going off in here? So,
what is he talking about?
About KD coming to the Knicks.
Oh, we're not even gonna get into it. I ain't even gonna open them up. We get into it, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
man. I just wanted to get in and participate, man. You said something
Appreciate
in the tweet the other day, and I just wanted to talk to you about it.
Yeah.
And real quick, it's about tanking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fan of tanking, man, and I don't feel like tanking should be in any franchise's future. But when you look at all the teams that have won championships, mm-hmm. everybody has a top 3 player on their roster. Whether you're talking about Golden State, whether you're talking about Cleveland, whether you're talking about San Antonio, everybody has like a top 3 pick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want my Knicks to be stuck in purgatory, picking between 8 and 14 for the next 20 years. You know what I'm saying? If we have to play the young guys and get a top 3 pick, I'm for it. But in terms of tanking, I'm not for it.
Yeah, and see, I'm all with playing the young guys, right? I'm just like this: play the young guys, put them out there, and try to win games with the young guys,
right?
And let the chips fall where they may. Most likely, what's going to happen is you're going to lose because they're young, right? But I feel like you put them out there and you prepare just like you just like you got a veteran team, right? You prepare and you try to win the games that you got them out there, but you play the young guys.
Right.
Put them out there, let them play, and and hope that, because I just feel like, if I'm a player and I know that our coaching staff is losing on purpose, or the GMs, whoever, our executive staff wants us to lose on purpose, then my mind and my focus is not really about the game. You know, like why do I need to pay attention in the film session now? You're not trying to win, so why am I going to pay attention in this film session? Why am I going to work? Why am I really going to focus when we're doing these walkthroughs or shoot arounds or we're in practice? Why am I going to focus when you're not even really trying to win? We're going through the motions. To me, when you tank and then you expect, you're still going through practice and film sessions and you're doing all that, but you let everybody know that you're tanking. To me, you're going through the motions. You're just going through the motions.
Right. But you're right. To your point, you get a situation like Sacramento, Atlanta, Orlando, where they have a perpetual tank and never make the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly.
I dig it. But what I'm saying is in a something equal to boxing, if you get knocked down, you don't have to jump back up and do a Zab Judah around the ring. What I'm saying is, in the Knicks case,
remember that? I remember that.
Dude, take your standing 8 count. Is what I'm saying.
I hear you.
Get yourself together, and then go back forward. That's what I'm saying. In this situation right here, we knocked down. I'm saying just take a standing 8, and what I mean by that is play all your young guys. Don't play vets. Give all your minutes to the young guys and let them develop. Because with the young guys, we still don't know what we have. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know. The young guys don't even know what they're going to be yet because they hadn't played a full NBA schedule.
Right.
Aside from Frank.
Yeah.
But you know, once you let them get those minutes, find out who they are as players, then you can go get the guy you want. Because people are saying that we need Kyrie, but we may not need a Kyrie. We may need a Miles Turner. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, we may need another shooting guard. And what I mean by that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying tank. I'm just saying play your young guys. Because wasting minutes on vets, to me, just prolongs us, keeps us in this state of mediocrity.
Yeah, I'm with you 100%. I'm with everything that you're saying. I'm with it 100%. You know what I mean? Play the young guys. You know, play the young guys and let them play. You know, to me, that's not tanking. You know, other people would disagree. You know, because, you know, but to me, that's not tanking. To me, tanking is this. And I've said it time and time again in you know, on the stream. But to me, tanking is, let's say we're playing the young guys, right? And all of a sudden, we're in playoff contention. And because we're tanking, we say, oh, no, we got to sit Kevin Knox down. We got to sit Frank down. We got to sit Mitchell Robinson down so that we can lose. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. To me, that's tanking.
Yeah, like that shit Philly was doing.
Exactly.
Philly would be up in the game, and they sat Gerald Henderson, who was on his way to score 40, so they could lose.
Right. You know what I mean? So, you know, I don't want to do that. I want to play the young guys. I would not be mad if we started Frank, we started Tim Hardaway Jr. is going to started Kevin Knox, started Mitchell Robinson. You know what I mean? Even though I don't think he's going to start from the beginning. I think he needs some time. But if we did, I wouldn't be mad. I want to see the young guys go out there and play.
Right. Let's see what they got.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Let's see if we got a fighter or we got somebody that we can't. That's not going to be a fighter.
Right. Exactly.
Like for instance, we say Tim Hardaway Jr. has got heart and all that stuff, but Giannis dunked on him. Giannis put his crotch on Hardaway's head. On a dunk, right?
Yeah.
Hardaway didn't turn the other way, ran the other way, and didn't do nothing. Meanwhile, Frank taking the ball out of bounds against LeBron, bucking up against LeBron.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's the little things that you see on the court that let you know who's got heart and who don't.
Exactly. Hey, man. Hey, Big Freezy, man. I appreciate it. You know, you're welcome to stay in the chat. I got a call here on hold. I'm going to get to this caller. Then,
do your thing, dog.
Then we're going to
do your thing. I'm here.
A couple other people. All right, man. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
I'm going to go ahead and mute this out while these guys talk. You can see him in the background. You know, who's Marcus going crazy as usual. You know what I'm saying? Who's Markham and Ruben getting it in right now. But let's see who we got on the call. Call, you on live with Nothing But Knicks. What's popping, man?
Hey, Sam, you my man, 40 grand. I just got with the show. I've been looking for something. I'm stuck in North Carolina. Been loving it for 20 years. Straight up from New York.
All right, man. I'm glad you called in.
It's a couple of things that I want to cover right quick, and I'm going to make it right quick.
All right.
You had a caller on, I think, on last Sunday night, and he was talking about the LeBron Jordan when you had I'm not familiar with the guy, but you had somebody that was
Tommy D. We had Tommy D on.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, we had Tommy D.
And they was talking about, and this is what I want to bring to you. I'm 53 years old, so I know about Jordan, I know about Ewing, I know about everything. As far as that Bernard King, I go back to Toby Knight playing with the Knicks, Marvin Webster, right back that far. But what I want to say is this here. When you compare an athlete from back then to now, what people are not talking about is this. The conditioning. These athletes now are way better conditioned than the athletes were back then.
Right.
So if you take like a Kristaps and you put him against a Ewing, in this era. He kills Ewing. He can shoot the three. He can go by Ewing. You take LeBron, you put him by anybody that he's guarding, Magic, anybody he goes by. He's bigger, he's stronger. So therefore, Jordan is something different. Jordan is what today's athlete was. But to me, that doesn't make him better than what today's athlete is. It makes him just as potent. Because your guy Tommy said one thing. Magic could have developed the jump shot. Well, that's something that you would have had to develop. They already got it. So therefore, I'm saying, like, today's athlete, to me, is when you talk about the eliteness of it, what they can do. Ewing couldn't shoot a three. I think I remember seeing Kareem shoot about, in his whole career, probably about, like, two or three threes, and he hit one of them. So it's a totally different game. I get that. It's a totally different game. But if you have to play those back athletes from that time to this time, these athletes are better. But I don't think that they can compete. These athletes today can compete back then with them, except for a few. You put LeBron in any era, he going to be LeBron. Just certain athletes that's that. Westbrook, to me, when you was talking about the Melo, they were talking about the Melo situation. To me, Westbrook makes everybody that plays with him worse because he dominates the ball too much and he does not know how to give it up. He reminds me of Stephon Marbury when he played. Yeah, you can get 9 assists, but you're not giving it to him at the right time. You're giving it to him when you can't score. So now you kick the ball out to them, and then they have to shoot. What do you think about that?
And look, I'm going to let you go, but I'm going to answer your question, all right? Because I know I got some other people.
All right.
All right, appreciate it,
okay,
man.
Cool.
Appreciate the call, definitely.
All right, no doubt.
Take it easy down there in NC, too. I got family down in North Carolina, but take it easy down there, my man. What I think about the whole thing with Westbrook, I agree with what he said about Westbrook. Listen, Westbrook is a beast, and anybody wants Westbrook on their team. But I will agree with him that while he gets assists, his assist doesn't actually mean that he's running and facilitating an offense. You know what I mean? I feel like Westbrook really is a shooting guard, and I feel like OKC would be much better if they had a real point guard, a true point guard that wants to facilitate playing with Westbrook and letting Westbrook go to the two. Kind of like that Donovan Mitchell and Ricky Rubio type of thing going on. I think that OKC would be much better that way, but and then about comparing players from, this era to that era, I think it's always going to happen, but the rules change so much. The rules are so different from 2018 to 1994. The rules are so different. It's just hard to compare because if you if Jordan was here, listen, Jordan averaged over 30 points a game in an era where you could hand check, right? In an era where you're gonna get beat up and thrown to the ground, stepped on, stepped over, walked over, and it may not even be a personal foul. Today, you might get ejected out the game with the fouls that were given back then. So there's definitely a different time. And Jordan today may have averaged 40 a game. You can't touch players today. You know what I'm saying? Jordan might have averaged 40, 45. Who knows? But it's just hard to compare players from different eras when you have different kind of rule changes and all that kind of stuff going on, man. It's very difficult to compare players, I think. But it's always fun to talk about, open it up on 2K and do it that way. See what happens there. All right. But what I want to do, we're kind of at the halfway or, point of the show or whatever you want to call it. Last show, I had a contest going, and those who left comments on the stream would enter themselves in a chance to win the Kevin Knox rookie card. All right. So what we're going to do now is we are going to randomly choose from those comments. I'm going to choose 3 selections. So that way, if I can't get a hold of somebody, I have somebody else up. All right. So we're going to do this right now. I'm going to pull this over and we are going to select or randomly choose the winner. And there's going to be more of these contests. You know what I mean? I like to do whatever I can to give back to you guys because, you know, you guys spend your time with me and all kinds of stuff. I really appreciate it. All right. So here we go. We're going to choose. Right now, this link is a link to that video. And we're going to choose from the comments. And we can go ahead and... maybe I might need to refresh it. Let me refresh it. All right, let me come back in and refresh it. And then I'll get that going. All right. But like I said, what I'm going to do is choose right now who the winner is of that Kevin Knox rookie card. All right. No, not working. Let me get another one up in here. In the meantime, while we're doing that, I'm going to take this call. All right. You're on live with Nothing But Knicks. And right now, you're kind of, as we get this random comment picker going so I can choose the winner of the Kevin Knox rookie card, I want to get your thoughts on David Fizdale, Frank Ntilikina. What's popping, caller? How you feeling?
I'm good, man. How you, bro?
I'm doing good. Doing good.
Shout out to the chat, man. It's my first time calling. My name is Melra from the chat. I've been here for
what's going on, man? Yeah, I see you in the chat all the time, man.
Yeah,
what's going on?
I love the show, man. You my ESPN, man.
I appreciate that. I mean, you know, hopefully we can overtake ESPN one day.
Definitely.
At least with the Knicks.
I just wanted to say something. I know we went from Frank, but I want to say something about Frank.
All right.
For the last 18 years, man, every Knicks fan that I know has complained about one thing with the point guard spot, and that's been defense. For 18 years, man. Everybody who came in, we've been complaining about that. Now we got a kid that comes in here that does the Macarena through picks. I've never seen somebody move through picks like that in my life.
Yes, sir.
He moves so crazy through picks that the offense on the other team, they got to restart their shit all the time.
Yeah. He does. I've never seen someone move through picks the way he does.
Yeah, Knicks fans say they preach defense all the time. But then when we had anybody, these point guards were letting the opposing point guards basically walk in the lane, game after game, year after year. And Knicks fans been complaining about that. And now y'all complaining about a kid who doesn't let that happen at all. He's not a star. Right. No, he's not a star. He's not a scorer right now. But if that's been the one thing that we've complained about for damn near 18 years, how can you start complaining about him now? Cantor does his thing on offense, but what's the one thing everybody complain about? Defense. So y'all complain about Cantor every day about defense, but then you got this kid that gives everything, every game with the minutes that he gets, and gives it his all on defense, and y'all still complaining. Like, it's ridiculous. Some Knicks fans are just crazy, bro. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm with you 100%. Hey, before I let you finish off, let me get this. Let me pick these winners. All right, I'm gonna pick these winners, and then we can finish up. All right, we got it going now, folks. We're gonna choose the winner of the Kevin Knox rookie card. right now. All right. I'm going to choose 3 winners. And the first person to be the first person I try to contact. If I can't contact that person, the second person, then the third person. All right. This is totally random. So if you left a comment, you're in there. All right. So the first person, Jeremy Newsbaum. So Jeremy Newsbaum, if you're in the chat right now, say something in the chat. Let us know. All right. Let us know. We got Jeremy Newsbaum, however you say it. The second winner. Pick another winner. Douglas Wright. Douglas Wright, you're the second winner. So if Nussbaum doesn't pick up or I can't get a hold of him, I'm going to get in touch with you. And then the third person, Deepak Seshadri. I don't know if you're in the chat. If you guys are in the chat, let us know. I'm gonna do one more just in case. Yeah, some of these guys might be spam or just someone jumping in there, right? One more just in case. A la Wise. If I can't get a hold of anyone else, then A la Wise, you got it. And I know A la Wise is real because A la Wise is always in the chat. All right. So there we go, guys. Those are the winners. And one of these guys will get a Kevin Knox rookie card. I'm going to try to get in touch with the first person going on down to the last person. And there we go. All right. Listen, I'm trying to give some love to you guys back, man. So I always appreciate you guys coming on with me. We'll have some more of these contests to keep it fun, keep it going. As a matter of fact, when the season starts, we're gonna have a fantasy league, and we'll have some winners in the fantasy league, and we'll determine what people get if they win the fantasy league. Maybe a couple fantasy leagues, but I'll keep you posted on that anyway. All right, my man. Sorry about that. Just wanted to get that off.
No, you good, bro.
Yeah, but listen, I'm with you 100% with that about Frank. We've been crying and complaining for years. That point guard's murderous.
Almost 2 decades.
Yeah, that point guard's murderous. Murder.
Easy.
You know what I mean?
Like even the Dennis Smith joint. Yeah, offensively he's way better. But who was it? Kyrie last year who dropped 40 on him or something? Some point guard dropped 40 on Dennis Smith Jr. Was walking through the lane on him every possession. And I want to know. I haven't done the stats, but I want to know. With the time that Frank Ntilikina has played with his minutes, what's the highest point total a point guard dropped on Frank?
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm not sure.
I would like to know that because we've been hurting for so long that I get when it looks like we have an average player that, we just keep wanting these stars. But Frank reminds me of when we had Derek Harper. I mean, Derek Harper was just solid on D. He'll hit his little open shots, but his tenacity was ridiculous. And this is this kid's first year, and I don't know, man. I don't get it.
I'm with you, man.
You got to give this kid at least 3 or 4 years, man, to figure it out. Because I'm telling you now, if they trade Frank, we trade Frank, we gonna regret that, man. And I'm not saying we gonna regret it because he might become a star, but what he can bring to this is the thing right now. Because we're not a championship team, you don't really value what Frank does.
Right.
If we was in the playoffs right now and was playing championship basketball, then the little things that Frank does, you will totally see. But because we playing bad basketball, it covers what he really does because we have this yearning for these scorers and players and do this and everybody a star. In the next 2 or 3 years, if we can get in the playoffs, everyone will see the value of what this kid brings. I don't care if he turns into a star. If he can give me 12 and 7, I'm good. But if you trade him, the same fans complaining, the same fans that was complaining about Derrick Rose and every other point guard that we had that was letting people just walk in the thing, is going to go right back to that. Nobody complain. Think about that, Sim. When's the last time last year you heard anybody, I don't know, you probably did, but I didn't hear anyone complain about point guards walking in our lane.
Nope.
That was the first time I didn't hear that in 18 years, bro.
Yep. I'm with you. I'm with you, man. For real. Hey, I'm gonna let you go, but definitely a good call, man. You spoke my sentiments, took them right out of my mouth.
No doubt, man. I'm watching all the time, and sometimes I want to call in, but I'm like, I'll save it. This time, though, with the Frank, and I had to.
They got under your skin, right?
I appreciate the show,
yeah.
Man. Shout out to the chat.
Appreciate it, bro. Peace, man. Peace. Yeah, great call, because that's the truth, man. We've been crying and complaining about that forever. You know what I mean? Listen, I said it before. I said it a couple streams ago. I'm cool. I am cool if Frank Ntilikina ends up being Marcus Smart, or, you know, that kind of player for us. I'm cool with that. And people say, oh, he was the 8th pick, da-da-da-da. Marcus Smart was the 6th pick. You know what I'm saying? But he's a key to the Boston Celtics' success. Big key. Big key. So let's talk about Vegas. Let's talk about Vegas. Westgate in Vegas, the over and under for the Knicks win total is 29.5. You take that 29.5. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even sure. I don't know. You know what I mean? We have so many things that we got to put together and piece together. It's like, it's hard to say what the win total is going to be. I'm thinking it's going to be maybe 33, 34, 35 games or something like that. I'd be surprised if it's more. I'd be happily surprised if it's more. You know? But you know, that's the Vegas win total on the Knicks. And I'm going to get to my man, the Prince. You know, he's in here in the chat arguing with these guys, probably arguing with who's Mark. But the Prince, man, you on Prince? What's popping, man?
Hey, how you living, Sim?
I'm chilling, man. How are you?
Hey, I'm living, been arguing with who's Mark, and you know what I'm saying, just laughing with the guys in the chat, though, you know?
Yeah. You know who's Mark. You know who's Mark. You know what he's doing. So, the Prince, I ain't heard from you in a little while. I think it's been a little while since you called in. What do you think about the odds that the Vegas gives us, or the over and under on our win total, 29.5?
30 wins. I think we could get 30. I think we could get 30, 30 some wins. I guess 37 wins would be asking for a lot, but you know.
Yeah. I mean, maybe. It's possible. It's possible. I see Tyon Reed in the chat says 25 to 30. Vaughn Allen says 24 to 28. They're probably right. We're probably somewhere around there. I know there are some people that think the Knicks going to be able to contend for a playoff spot. What in the East this year? What kind of record gets you in the playoffs in the East this year?
Well, with the Lakers record in the West was like 37 wins. That's what I was thinking, that the Knicks, I think we could pull off the same thing. 37, 38 wins. I mean, I think we could do something like that and sneak in the playoffs. 7th, 8th seed.
So you think 37, 38 wins get you in the playoffs in the East this year?
Sneak in the seed.
Sneaking. I mean, looking at, I mean, who's, let me see, who's locks to make the playoffs this year? Boston, Toronto, Miami. Who else we looking at? Milwaukee. Who else are locks to make the playoffs?
You got
Indiana, that's 5. Who else we looking at that's gonna make the playoffs?
Did you call Washington? Did you say Washington?
Washington, that's 6. Cleveland, I don't know. Maybe.
I don't think Cleveland.
You don't think Cleveland makes the playoffs this year?
No, nah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say. Everything is always Philadelphia. Forgot about Philadelphia. So that's 7 right off the bat. Right?
Yeah. So, and you say the Knicks sneaking in.
So let's see. Let me pull this over here. Let's pull this over here. Right? So this year, you had in the playoffs, you had Toronto, Boston, Philadelphia, Cleveland, Indiana, Miami, Milwaukee, and Washington. This is just about everyone is going to be in the playoffs this year. Toronto, Boston, Philly, Indiana, Miami, Milwaukee, Washington. So there's maybe one spot left. Maybe one spot left, right? You got Detroit, Charlotte, New York, Brooklyn, Chicago, Orlando, Atlanta. Atlanta, no. Orlando, no. I don't know about Chicago. Brooklyn, no. The Knicks, probably not. Charlotte, no. Detroit, I mean, so you're looking at, and then we're talking about Cleveland. We don't know what Cleveland is going to look like, right? So you're talking about, for one spot, Cleveland, Detroit, maybe Chicago. What was Chicago? Chicago, 27-55. I mean, I don't know.
I think Chicago in tank mode. I think Chicago's still in tank mode.
You think they're still in tank mode? Chicago's still in tank mode?
I think I could see Detroit and us fighting for that position, that 8th slot. So I could truly see Detroit and us fighting for that.
So you see us and Detroit fighting for that 8th spot. We won 29 games last year.
And we go play Boston or Toronto. I wouldn't mind seeing that. I wouldn't mind seeing that basketball.
I wouldn't mind seeing it either. I love it.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind to see that.
So
because that would demand respect. That would demand respect from free agents coming in next season. You would have to respect us.
True, very true, very true. And you're looking at Washington was 43-39 last year. And that was the 8th seed. That was the 8th spot. So you're talking, we're going to need 40 to 43 wins to get to that 8th spot.
And the fact that you don't have Cleveland beating up on the East, I think, like you said, I mean, that's an extra 40 wins that you're not going to have, next season. So somebody got to win those games.
I mean, yeah, somebody got to win those games. That's true. That's true. But, I mean, I think it's going to be, I mean, look, Detroit just missed the playoffs. Well, not just missed. They missed the playoffs by 4 games, 39-43. They got Blake Griffin halfway through the season, right? I think you're looking at 43 wins probably to get into the playoffs, man. And I don't think we got 43 wins in us. We'll see. I don't know if we got 43 wins in us, though. If KP was here, maybe.
37, 35.
If KP was here, then maybe we got 43, 45, 46 wins or something like that, and you're looking at a playoff team. If you're saying we can get 37 wins this year, that's what you're saying, right? We can maybe get 37 wins?
Maybe with Fizz and a couple prayers.
Yeah, with Fizz and a couple of prayers.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I mean, listen, if we don't even have to. If we're just fighting, if we're in contention, I think it's good for the kids. To just be in contention, I think is good for the kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To just be in contention and playing for something when you come down the stretch. But hey, Prince, I'm gonna get to King Armani because I know you've been sitting here too. I'm gonna get his find out what he's talking about. All right.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
I'm
no
still
doubt,
here.
man.
I'm here, Sim.
All right, cool. All right, Prince Armani, man, what's popping, man? Hey,
it's gonna be exciting this year, though.
King Armani. I don't think he can hear me. He's arguing with someone in the chat. Hey, King Armani, can you hear me? I don't think so. He's done. He's gone. He can't hear me. You know what I'm saying? It was his chance to come on live, and he's arguing with who else? All right. Are you ready now, King Armani? Are you ready? Let's get him on.
What's good, God?
What's going on, man? What's up with you?
I ain't see you in a minute, man.
Yeah, what's popping with you?
I'm good, man. First, shout out to the chat. You feel me?
Uh-huh.
Shout out to the chat, man. I called the number, man. You moving on up, man. You got voicemail pickup. You got elevator music in the back.
We're doing it, man. We're doing it. We're doing some things.
I'm telling you, man. I honestly think you work for the Knicks and you're just trying to get intel from the real people. I honestly think that's what you're doing, son.
That's the thing. Nah, man. I wouldn't mind working for the Knicks as long as James Dolan treats me right.
Oh, right. No, that's a fact, man. He put two brothers up there. He put two brothers up there in the thing, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, hey.
He waiting for you, man. He waiting.
Listen. I'll tell you the one thing. I know a lot of people get on James Dolan, man, but I will say this. He is the kind of guy that he wants to give people a chance, right? Yeah. He's not afraid to hire or bring in players that have, a checkered past.
Yep.
He agreed with Phil Jackson when they brought in Lamar Odom. I was good. I was really good with that. People were like, why are they bringing in Lamar Odom, addiction issues and stuff like that? But if you can help somebody, you know what I'm saying? And maybe that was it, it didn't end up working out. But if you can help somebody, you can help somebody. You know what I mean? And James Dolan is for that.
Too. Oh, my bad to cut you off, bro. My bad.
Yeah, and James Dolan is for that, and he will. He does some assaholic stuff. We know that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But and he'd throw money at trying to get the Knicks better. So
yeah, that's a fact. I like that because we look at what LeBron James actually went through when his owner wasn't spending the money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he left, he came back. They had this whole controversy. I'm good with James Dolan, man. He's not the worst. He's terrible with PR work, but I mean, as far as the owner and shelling out money. What more can you ask for? Especially in New York City where our tax is crazy.
Right.
So,
for real.
Just imagine, you know what I'm saying? I didn't actually get to hear what the conversation was.
So we were talking about the Knicks win total. Vegas got the Knicks win total 29.5 this year.
Yep, I agree with that.
You agree with that? Okay.
Yeah, I agree
now,
with
the
that.
Prince was saying that he thinks maybe we can get somewhere towards 37 wins. We were looking at the playoff situation, and we kind of came to it that you're probably gonna need like 43 wins to make the playoffs.
You know what, Sim? You're always optimistic about the playoffs, man. I respect that. Especially with the Knicks, you're always optimistic about the playoffs.
I don't think we're gonna make the playoffs. I think we're gonna be somewhere around 33, 34, 35 wins.
Mm-hmm. I think that's if all cylinders are hitting. If Knox comes out and he's like the next Tatum, Mitchell Robinson ends up starting like halfway through the year. Frank Ntilikina gives us 15-8. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that, but I don't know. Like I'm good with the 29 just based on the fact that I know the young boys are gonna play. 29 win gets us another top 10. So I'm fine with that personally. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that I want us to tank, but just due to the fact that we're playing the young players that lack experience, that probably will happen. That we'll be put in a tank mode in default. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, I'm good with that, man. I want us to really grow like how OKC and Golden State grew when they had when they got Russ and James and KD, Ibaka. Those are all draft picks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Curry. Oh, go ahead, my brother.
No, go ahead.
Curry, Clay, Draymond. I remember they had Festus. You know what I'm saying? The only trade they really did to get the chip was for Andre Iguodala.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And to sign a free agent, like you always say, they signed KD. So I'm
then cool they signed a couple of little pieces: Iguodala, David West, a couple of little pieces.
Yeah, a couple of little pieces. But I'm fine with us collecting, as Scott Perry likes to say, talent acquisition phase. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
We haven't done that for years.
Yeah, I'm fine with it too. All the way.
We had Nate Robinson. We traded him in his 5th year. Traded David Lee in his 5th year. Traded Channing Frye away. We didn't draft Marcus Williams. We drafted Ronaldo Balkman, who left like 2 years later. You know what I'm saying? Like I want something homegrown.
Yeah, Ronaldo Balkman. My man, Ronaldo Balkman. I had hope for Ronaldo Balkman, though. I'm not gonna lie. I had some hope for him, man.
Yeah, he went to Grady,
Huh?
He went to Grady High School.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he went to Brady High School.
Yeah, okay. He's playing. I think he's playing like over in the Dominican Republic or something. I don't know where he's playing. He's playing somewhere, something like that. Yeah. All right. Hey, King Armani, thank you for the call, man.
Yeah, man. Always, man. Shout out to the chat, man. Just tell Scott Perry he's doing a good job.
I'll let him know. I'm gonna let him know. I'll probably get him on the horn tomorrow. I'm gonna let him know.
All right, brother. Stay
yeah. I'm gonna come over here and see if Rafi. I don't know if Rafi. Hey, Rafi, you here?
Yo.
Oh, my man, Rafi. There, you been sitting here listening. What's up? You ain't got no camera?
No, I don't know. It's because I'm on Safari. So.
Oh yeah. It could be. I think with Safari you might have to download like an app or something like that, man. But what's going on with you, man? You've been chilling for a while. I wasn't sure if you were there or not, so I was like, let me test it out and see if Rafi is here.
Yeah, no, I've been here. I've just been. You know what? Who's Mark is hilarious. I swear to God.
I know he is.
Like I just be laughing the whole oh damn, this guy is like I don't know who was saying it, but someone said that Mudiay is better than Mike Conley, and he just went off like I was it was just comedy. I can't even lie.
Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about either though. That Mudiay is better than Mike Conley. I don't know who said that, but if I find out, I might kick him out the chat. Cause come on, man.
that's crazy. On, like man. That guy is you know, Mudiay, I keep him forgetting that he's on the team, but whenever it just gives me migraine, like I don't even want to think about it sometimes. But anyway, yeah. So I haven't been on. What's been happening now anyway? What are we talking about?
Man, we just we were just talking about the Knicks win total, what we expect from the Knicks win total. Kind of winding that down. We're about to move on to the next thing, but just what's your whole take on everything we talked about tonight? We talked about Frank playing over in FIBA. We talked about Fizdale, does he talk too much? Does he need to calm down? And then we talked about the Knicks win total.
Well, with Frank, I think he just needs to get as much playing time as possible because Hornacek didn't play him at all. He played him about 20 minutes a game last season, so he needs to be. I want him to be playing as much as he can, regardless if it's Summer League, FIBA or NBA. Regardless, it doesn't matter. I just want him to get some burn time. With Fizdale, I think that he needs to be out there. Like I don't think he should be low key because one of the reasons why Hornacek got fired is because like he wasn't like vocal. He wasn't vocal at all, really, to be honest. So Fizdale, plus his wife is like she's a marketing genius, so she can give him insight on how to get around with the media. So I think that he should be going out there. Like I don't think he should be low key at all. But obviously, I haven't been on the show for a while now. But I was just catching up on all the latest, like maybe like 10 shows in a row. And you were talking about free agency and for next year who we should be getting. Can I talk about that real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I don't think that we should be getting more than one max free agent next year because. If it's and plus the max free agent has to, in my opinion, needs to be a player that's won a championship, because so someone like Kyrie, Klay Thompson. Even though I don't think Klay Thompson will come, but we need to still go for them like Klay Thompson, Kawhi, or even KD, because we need someone that has championship DNA. Because like we're gonna be like say next year when we get that max player, we're gonna be automatically trying to get into the playoffs, trying to actually start winning, not rebuilding. So we need someone that's been through the whole process and actually won, so they can actually get the young players like to understand what it's like.
Okay.
And then also,
I get you.
After that, we can't just get another max player because then who's gonna be on our bench? We're gonna need some role players as well. Some people, we're gonna need role players and. If we don't, and the role players right now, like Trevor Ariza got paid 15 million. So if Trevor Ariza is getting paid 15 million, imagine what all the other role players are going to be. So I think we should be focusing on getting one max and then one and then like role players. Okay, that's what I think in my opinion.
Okay,
I wouldn't mind if we get KD. The only thing that would worry me a little bit is the fact that he's a bit thin-skinned. So I don't know how he's going to handle handle the media. But one good thing about if KD does come as well is that he's Kevin Knox's favorite player of all time, apparently. So he would be able to mentor him a little bit, and he's got a little bit of KD in his game. So does and Paul George. He's got that type of game, so he will be able to teach him some teach him a little bit more, innit? In my opinion.
Okay.
But what else? Also, the last show you're talking about Lance, who should be starting? Lance and Hazonia. My opinion, I think we should be starting Lance because I want to start at least one veteran. I don't want it to just be all young guys. And then also we need a defensive player, and Lance is I think him and Frank are top 2 players in terms of defense. So we need defensive players on our team, and that's what Fizdale wants as well. He wants players that are defensive minded.
You might be you might want to watch out with that, man. Some people in the chat, they don't like Lance. They might come after you. They might come after you, They might come after you in the chat, man.
I want all this. Even when you were talking about KP, how Kevin Knox might be, he has a more polished, like he has more polished. He could potentially be a better player than KP. I believe that's true as well, in my opinion, because and people can't be getting at you like that because first you're a coach, right? So people are seeing it through the fans' eyes, but then you at least know, like, I think you know more than some people. Like some people don't. People are just automatically just gonna get at you for no reason. Like I don't get that.
Yeah.
I think Kevin Knox has very big potential to be the best player on our squad right now.
Yeah. You're about to get fired up in the chat though. You know, they tried to fire me up, man. They tried to fire me up. Yeah, they tried to fire me up. But hey, look. See, baller for real, whatever. Said don't get me fired up. I'm not even gonna go into it, baller. I'm not even gonna go into it. Rafi said enough already for me. I don't need to because Rafi said it already. Rafi already said it. So yeah.
You saw what he did in summer leagues. He was balling in summer. I know he was balling. He was balling.
He was balling. He was
doing stuff that people didn't think that he could do. He was proving people wrong. So
yeah. So hey Rafi, man, I'm stay in the chat. Stay in the chat. All right. Yeah. I'm gonna talk about something. I'm gonna give everybody a chance to wind it down. You know what I'm saying? But you know, Tony Crow said the chat is popping right now. You know what I'm saying? That the chat is really, really popping. And
about me, man.
Oh, Isaiah, I got you on the line. Where you at?
Bro, yo, man, I was waiting, man. I was like, dang, what I do to you?
Isaiah, man, what's popping, bro? Yeah, I forgot all about you, man.
And you treating me like my parents treat me right now.
Oh, man. I'm glad you said something, bro. I'm glad you said something, man. I almost forgot about you, bro.
Cause I was just wondering. I was like, dang, I must have pissed Simeon off or something.
No, man, I almost forgot you was on the line. I was wondering why I wasn't getting no calls in. What's going on with you, man?
Oh man, nothing much, man. I was gonna hop on the pier, but I was driving from my girl's house, so I'm gonna hop on the pier after this. If you let me in, I'm gonna hop on when I just got to the crib. But I know we talking about the record and stuff. I just wanted to talk about real quick. I'm happy Frank's playing for the league. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna love that. I wanna see how that goes because we saw what happened with KP last year. I'm not saying Frank's gonna do that, but I do think Frank is gonna play really good and show his aggressiveness and all his two-way potential. And to go back onto what one of the other callers was saying about, and this is for the Frank haters that I don't understand, again, why they call him a bum. When I remember, honestly, like I said, I'm 24 years old. I watched point guard after point guard after point guard after point guard that don't play defense sucked. And our defense was atrocious. Guards were going in the paint. My thing, though, Simmons, with these Frank people, like, we all know who the Frank haters are in the chat, who call him a bum. I just want to ask him a straight question. what point guard do you want that's gonna play defense with a point guard the other point guard doesn't score 50 points on us? I just want to know.
Yeah,
You know
I don't know.
Like, do these guys not remember Derrick Rose 2 years ago?
Right.
Do y'all not remember that? Like, I clearly remember that when regular, like, not even superstar point guards were killing us because D Rose, he never played defense. Even in Chicago, we all know Thibodeau hid D Rose. But
yeah.
Again, if you hate Frank, then you don't watch basketball, so I don't know. But the win record, I'm going on the win record. 29.
That's what Vegas gave us.
I was thinking 35-40 gets us Kyrie.
Say 35-40 gets us Kyrie.
Yeah. 35-40 gets us Kyrie.
So you think Kyrie's basing? I mean, I'm sure he's looking to see, if he comes to the team, how good we're doing and this and that. But I don't know if he's gonna base it totally on the win total. I don't know.
Gonna base it on all just the win total, but I think he wants to see
he wants to see something.
I think, he wants to. I mean, that's even LeBron was like, okay, the Lakers won 35 games in the West. I can do something with that. Or they won 40 games in the West. He said, I can do something with that.
Yeah.
I can give them another 10. And that's what I'm thinking with Kyrie. 35-40 gets us wins. 29, I wouldn't be mad because that would still land us in the lottery, which I know you not with the tanking. I know, but I feel like, I'm one more lottery pick, and I've been loving the Knicks' choices lately. I think that will man. Listen, man, that will be crazy if we get that. But honestly, man, I'm just ready for I'm just ready for the basketball. I want to see Kevin Knox. I want to see these guys play. I wanted to see. I'm coming in this with a clear mind of I'm not really. The losses are not going to bother me this year because I know what's going to happen in the future, and I just want to enjoy the basketball and see this team play hard, play defense, and just play great basketball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. Hey, Isaiah, are you getting in the chat? The appearing?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm about to get on PQ. Get me in?
Yeah. Jump in.
I'm about to jump in right now.
All right. All right, later. Okay, so we got the chat going, but we're gonna move on to the next thing because we'll wind it down. We're coming down to the end, but I'm gonna find out. We're gonna check out. We're gonna see what's going on in the chat in just a second. As a matter of fact, you know what? Let's do it right now. I'm gonna unmute these guys. Right? I want to see what they're talking about. Then we'll mute them back real quick. You know what I mean? But I just want to hear what these guys talking about in the chat. It's about to get crazy for a second. So don't hang up. I mean, don't log off, right? Because I just want to hear.
I want
to see what these guys talking about.
Culture. Let's just see what happens. Let's give him 6 months. No, well,
contract. They're gonna be waived in his fourth year. That's just. I'm just saying.
That's soon to be determined. That's
probably the best thing about us having Mudiay is he comes off the book just in time.
Hey, Mudiay is going to be all right.
Let me ask you a question. Hold on. Let me ask you a question. So let's say this fourth year, right? David Fizdale. Let's say his fourth year, right? He gives you. I'm not even going to go crazy. Let's say he gives you 13 points, 5-6 assists.
You already went crazy. This is
thank you.
They going at it, y'all.
No, I'm talking more of a. I'm talking about because
Mudiay's got higher upside.
There's only two ways he can go. There's only two ways he can go. He can either give you the same thing he gave you last year, or he'll give you improvement. You feel me? So I'm thinking more of the improvement part because. He's not like he's Trey Burke where he's short, where it's like, all right, he might give you 20, but
he's
defensively he gonna give that up.
Mudiay showing me something worth keeping. I keep his ass.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, let's see.
They arguing about Mudiay, guys.
Rube, don't get me wrong. If he keep flopping in the air, I'll cut him myself.
Hey, but here's the deal. Fizdale is a development coach. He's going to
let me throw myself on the altar. Hey, let me throw myself on the altar. Okay,
Yo,
so
what's Isaiah?
yeah, shout out to chat.
Yo.
Shout out Isaiah. What up?
What's up?
What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about?
Oh,
Mudiay, bro. Can you believe it, Isaiah?
What you talking about? He garbage. He Garbino.
They going at it. Yeah, I'm falling back, Slick Nick. I'm falling back.
Not right now.
For a second.
Right now. He's not better than Burke.
No. But he has the potential to be better than Burke because of his skill.
That's
and he's 6'5". 6'5".
Mudiay is get better than Burke. Burke
is a little guy. Mudiay is 6'5".
Nate,
He's got some defensive ability. More than
Mudiay
Burke
can pass
does.
the ball. Mudiay can get into the paint.
Yeah,
But
that's super valuable.
That's super valuable.
All Burke is going to do
He's better than Burke because what Burke does, Burke don't make anybody better. It's about him.
Truly players better. He don't make
There
players
you go.
better. He
All right, y'all. We're going to get to some other calls.
Mudiay and Ntilikina together play well.
I would love that backcourt, son.
Man, listen. But
so what's that?
It's a little crazy. It's a little crazy in there.
Who's Mark?
It's a little crazy in there, so I'm gonna go ahead and disable. We're gonna finish.
I'm thinking long term. So imagine a lineup with Mudiay, Frank, Knox, KP, and Mitchell Robinson. You already know your bucket.
I don't want. That's crazy.
Good.
Yeah, I'm gonna give these guys a chance.
No, but let me.
All right, there we go. I had to quiet it up for you guys. Yeah, they going at it in the chat. They going at it. You know, they arguing about Mudiay. Going crazy. That's fun though. You know, Isaiah, I accidentally took you out. Make sure you get back. Knock so you can get back in the chat. All right. Before I get to this next caller, got another caller calling in. Caller, let me put you on hold for 1 second. All right. Let me finish what I was saying. I want you guys to take a look at this new NBNY channel, please. Me and the Entertainer. We have a caller. Can you do me a favor? Can you turn that down in the back? Thank you. Me and the Entertainer, we did a pilot the other day. The pilot show was called Made in New York. I think you guys are gonna like it. You know, we talked about the Giants, we talked about the Jets, we talked about the Knicks. And this show, Made in New York, is gonna be about all New York sports. And I started a channel called Nothing But New York Sports. All right. And I'm going to put in the chat that channel so that you all can go follow that channel or subscribe to that channel. I put the link right there. Nothing But New York Sports. You know what I'm saying? Go subscribe to that, please. I think you're really going to like it. I can give you, our first video was really, really good. We've got a lot of positive feedback on this first video. Eli 100%. Right. So I'm just gonna show you real quick what this video looks like, so you get an idea what's going on with Made in New York, which is a new show, and pretty soon, I mean, you can catch this show on that channel right now. You know what I'm saying? So if you can, I'm gonna put the channel in the chat again. If you can go to the channel and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? So, I think you'll really enjoy it. You're going to like it. But right here, this is what we look like. You know what I'm saying? This is our set. This is what the setup is. It looks really good. You see right here, Nothing But New York Sports. We're talking a little expectations for the New York Giants. You know what I mean? Just give you a little clip of it right here. But he's got to come out and perform. He's got to do it. He's got to
produce this year, and I think he will. I don't know if you remember the second Super Bowl run they went on that year. Before the season started, he came on the radio and he said that he was this elite quarterback, and everyone mocked him for it. And then he went out there and he won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So Eli, I feel like he's the type of guy when he has expectations and pressure. If you give him the pieces he needs, he's going to deliver. I think Eli's going to be in for a big year this year.
Yeah, I think so. I'm looking forward to it. But Entertainer, I just want to ask you. A little bit back, you said you were talking to your friend. I'm not your friend.
Oh, you're my friend. Let me tell you something. And I'm not just saying this because we're on a show together. Yeah, I talk to you on the phone, and it's like 3 hours goes by. It's like I could talk to you for hours. I think we got a good chemistry. I'm really looking forward to this show.
Right.
I think we're gonna have a lot of good things on this show.
Just checking, man. Just checking and making sure. Okay, look, man. We're both Giants fans. I'm a diehard Giants fan. I will admit, I did have a Jets jersey once because it was really nice and it matched a pair of sneakers. But what do you think about the little brothers, man? The little brothers.
Do we got to talk about them, Sim? Do we got to?
I guess so. I guess so.
Kidding. I'm kidding.
So there it goes, ladies and gentlemen. That's what our new show, NB. That's what our new show looks like. That show is called Made in New York. Right now we're doing a pilot on Nothing But Knicks, but you can catch the show on Nothing But New York Sports, and I'm going to put the link in the chat so you can go subscribe to Nothing But New York Sports. You know what I mean? And look forward to some more Made in New York shows. We had a lot of fun doing it, and we're going to keep doing it. It's going to be pretty good. You know what I mean? So I thank you guys for supporting it. All right, so now I'm going to get back to the chat. I don't think the chat even got a chance to see it, you know, the Made in New York. But, you know, I'm going to give these guys, I want to give these guys a chance to wrap it up before we go. You know, if they want to, you guys, you can touch on what you've been talking about in the chat a little bit. You can also, but I want you to just kind of give us a wrap up before we get on up out of here. All right. So I'm gonna bring you over, you guys. You ready to go? Ruben, I'm gonna start with you because it's been a while since I've heard from you, man. Ruben,
you
man.
always like to start with me.
I like to start with you because you bring the fire, man. So you're good, you're a good spark plug.
That's what's up. I get that all the time, bro. It's in the personality. But I'm gonna tell you something for real, Sim.
Okay.
These cats right here in the chat right here, we've been having some real interesting conversations. It was good for you to come and check in. I don't know what you caught when you checked in.
I caught you guys arguing about
as
Mudiay.
long as Mark ain't jumping through the screen, it's a good conversation. We was getting it in. What I want to make sure that we know that we were talking about today, because Mudiay dominated our conversation. So we talked about our point guard situation. And obviously we always know in this particular chat, as long as I've been in this joint, we up and down on Frank. Some people way down on Frank, some people way up on him, some people in the middle. Isaiah said they don't know basketball, they ain't down on. Okay, so here, this is my whole thing. And I'm always, this is gonna be my, I don't know if you know my mentality right now, Sam, but my mentality is I need 2 slots. And if it takes for me to move some talent, there's certain talent that I can't move. I mentioned them already. Mudiay obviously is in that talent that can be moved. And if I had the package, our beloved Frank, he would go. Some people in our chat like Nate kind of think that Trey Burke may be more valuable than Frank Ntilikina. I don't agree, but I don't have him.
You're breaking up on us, Ruben. You're breaking up, Rube.
We started the season with our
all right, Rube. I gotta take you out, man, because you're breaking up. I can't hear you. All right, let me see. Who we gonna get to next? We're gonna come to Nate Dogg, man.
What's up, Sam?
Finish us off, man. I know the chat been going crazy, and I had to take Ruben out because hey, listen, I'm just warning people. If we can't hear you, I'm taking you out. Taking you out the chat. I'm cutting you off the phone because we got to be able to hear you. People want to be able to hear you. So if you start breaking up, I got to let you go. Make sure you got the right equipment so we can hear you.
Let me ask you a question, Sim. Have you ever watched PTI on ESPN?
Yeah.
Hey, man, you got to do this with us, man, and give us points for every time we make good solid points.
Yeah.
I'll be running away tonight with it.
Yeah.
Me and Who's Mark be going back at it.
Okay. One of these days, we might do a little NBK. You guys stay on, maybe, or you guys get back in. We might do a little NBK extra tonight, man, and I just let you guys
like I
go.
said, man,
we'll see what's up.
Like I said, being from Texas, man, it's always good to talk some New York Knicks basketball. I'm excited about this upcoming season. I know it's going to be rough in some areas, but I mean, we got potential. We got a future. We got everything going on.
Okay. All right, that's what's up. Hey, cool. Well, look, I'm gonna get to everybody's little closing statement.
All right.
And if you want to, once I'm done, after I get everybody off, you want to come back in and we do a little NBK extra, I'll let you guys go at it. Join us back in.
Definitely.
All right.
Thanks, Tim.
All right. Peace. Let's see what we got next. Big Freezy. We'll pull you up next, man. Give us a little closer statement, bro.
I just want to say something real quick, man. I love all my New York Knicks fans. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing but love. Though we don't always agree, we all want this one thing, son. We all want these Knicks to win this championship, man.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
That's it.
That's all we want. We bicker. Me and Who's Mark don't always agree, but we got the passion for the same thing. Once we win that chip, we gonna be nah, because I'm right.
We can't even hear who you talking to.
Yeah, but anyway, I just want to say peace to everybody in the chat that we don't always hear their voice, but they loyal listeners and followers. Y'all keep that up, spread the word, man. We need to make this thing big because this is not just about one person, man. It's about the fan base, man. It's about these Knicks, man. Sam, I ain't got nothing else, man, but I appreciate you allowing me to say my piece.
Appreciate you coming on, bro. And look forward to those fantasy leagues, man. They coming.
Yeah. Hey, Sam, let me tell you something, man. I'm a winner, dog, but what I want to tell you is there's nothing wrong with finishing in second place, dog.
You right. That's
just for you. I don't plan on finishing in second.
All right.
But when you finish in second,
all right.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Oh, you talking to me? Okay.
Yes,
about the fantasy league. Okay. Not last year. The year before I won the Super Bowl in my other league. I plan on winning in this league with NBNY. I plan on winning the Super Bowl. So I mean,
all right. All right, man. I ain't gonna hurt your feelings. Just have my name on the trophy, right, son?
All right. All right, man. All right, later, man. Peace.
Yep.
All right, who we got next? Who we bring? Let's bring up King Armani. King Armani, man, what's up, man? Give us your closing statement, bro.
All right, two statements. The first one, the chat is, I'm not gonna lie, Sam. I like what you did with the chat. This is way more interactive. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the chat is fire. What is it called? First statement. I kind of want to make a statement for Mudiay. The reason why I'm okay, to give it a buck, the only reason why I'm okay with seeing where Mudiy's progression will go is for two reasons. One, we're talking about positionless basketball. We have a 6'5" point guard who's 200 and something, whatever pounds, right? Frank and him could always switch. You know what I mean? This is old school Knicks basketball. You know what I mean? Earl and Walt. You know what I mean? Two big point guards that could always switch up. You know what I'm saying? That's one. That's the main reason. Two, I just feel like, yo, bro, we have him on a cheap contract. Let's just see what happens in the first 4 months. If he's trash, we waive him, we trade him, we good. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I'm looking at it. He's still like 21, 22?
Yeah, he's like 20, 22, 21, 22.
It took Gordon Hayward 7 years before he averaged 20 points or became an all-star. Like, it took a while. So let's just be patient as Knicks fans. You know what I mean? Let's preach that. Second statement is just, shout out to the chat, man. Keep doing your thing, man. And again, let's Scott Perry.
Don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. They messing you up.
I got you. All right, bro. Yo, man. But just again, man, shout out to the chat, man. I like everything you're doing here, man. Everything. This is looking good, man. I'm proud of you, bro.
Appreciate it. I appreciate it for sure.
Stay up,
all right, man. Have a good one, man. If you keep watching the show. Once you see,
always.
Once you see this is off, if you want to get in a little NBK extra and you guys chop it up in the chat. As soon as you see everything is off, call back into the chat, into the
Okay,
appearance.
I got you. Right? Yeah, I'm gonna definitely do that.
All right, let's see who we got up here. Hold on, let me get this going. All right, the Prince, man, it's on you, brother.
Hey, man, shout out to chat. Sam, you keep doing your thing, man. Like you said, hey, this is definitely fun. You know what I'm saying? The chat was lit. It was definitely lit. Who's Mark? I called him Kobe. He the Kobe. He don't pass the mic. He don't pass the mic for nothing. So, Sam, definitely, man. Hey, I think Mudiay is definitely going to surprise everybody. I know everybody calling my boy trash, but I think like I said, I think him being in the system, him finally getting a chance to be mentally happy, mentally focused, I think that's going to put together some good basketball. Like everybody say, he can't finish, but again, he makes those 4 or 5 layups that he misses a game. That dude averages like 20, 25 a game. So, I mean, like I said, I think we'll be straight. But even if he put up 30, I will still want Kyrie.
Okay, we'll see. I don't know about Mudiay, man.
Right.
Listen.
Still out?
Listen, it's definitely still out. Listen, I wanted Mudiay. I wanted Mudiay over KP in 2015.
Me too.
I am so glad we did not draft him, because I'd have been pissed. So, but we'll see.
That would have been filthy.
Yeah, it would have. All right, Prince, man. Same thing. Keep watching, and if you want to get into the NBK Extra, just knock to get back in when the stream is done. All right.
I'm with you.
All right, peace.
Peace.
Okay, Rafi, you still here?
Yeah. I'm about to head off now.
Yeah, man. Give us a last take, bro. Give us a last take.
I'm just gonna say shout out to the chat. Also shout out to. No, not even.
Don't even listen to them, man. Don't even listen to them, because you live and we can't hear them.
I'm not French. I'm English, but all right, cool. Anyway,
yeah.
It's blessed. Anyway, just gonna say, I know I'm hard on Mudiay sometimes, but I just know the guy's talented. So when I just see him not putting in the effort, it just like bloody pisses me off, innit? Like I can't stand it. But obviously Fizdale sees something in him, so I'm just gonna trust Fizdale, trust the process, see what he does next season. But in my opinion, I just want Frank to start. Frank's the future for us in terms of point guards, unless Kyrie comes. But
I'm with you.
That's what I gotta say anyway.
Okay. All right, man. Rafi. All right, I'm gonna let you rock. Hey, for those who don't know Rafi's calling in from the UK, man. We worldwide and nothing but Knicks. That's what it is. All right, Rafi. Appreciate it, bro. All right, peace. Isaiah. Yeah, man, you live. Yep.
Yo, I just want to. All right, two things. One about Mudiay. Listen, my thing about Mudiay. Just tell me what he can do, and then I'll be like, he can't finish. He can't finish. He can't shoot. Doesn't play defense. Now let me say, if his offense was like a John Wall, then I'll say okay. But I don't know what Mudiay does, to be honest with you. And this is my thing. He's not in shape. He has no effort, and this is legitimately his last shot, or he will be playing overseas. People gotta realize that.
Okay. All right.
But I also want to say this, Sim, real quick. I want to shout out to the special lady in my life. My mother, it's her birthday. What's her birthday today?
Oh, tell her happy birthday, man. Tell her happy birthday from the chat, from Nothing But Knicks.
I will hope everybody can say happy birthday respectfully. She's the only one that allows me and my dad to yell at the Knicks games. She is the originally born in the Boogie Down, the original place of hip hop.
Okay.
Shout out to the Bronx.
That's what's up.
Love her mom. And that's it. That's all I want to say.
It, man. Yeah, tell your mother happy birthday from Nothing But Knicks in the chat.
Yes,
glad you shouted her out,
Mama,
man. Glad you shouted her out. All right, man.
I'm gonna jump on after the show's over.
Okay, cool.
Yes, sir.
All right, peace. And we gotta save who's marked for last. I'm gonna get to this call first. All right, caller, man. I'm sorry it took so long, but you're on live right now. What's popping?
Hey, good night, Knicks fan. Peace, Sim. This is Anthony.
Peace, man.
I just wanted to just to quickly start off, and just say, well, happy birthday to the greatest Knick that I've ever seen in my lifetime. Just slightly past Bernard to me. Patrick Ewing. He's always going to be a warrior to me.
Mm-hmm.
And in my heart, he's a champion. So I just wanted to put that out there. Peace to the God. You know what I'm saying? But I've been looking at the chat and stuff, and everybody's like really, really on it today with Mudiay. But I kind of agree with Isaiah. Like, this is Mudiay's last shot.
Okay. And it might be. You know what I'm saying? It might be his last shot. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I kind of agree with Isaiah, too, that it might be his last shot.
I think what hurt him a lot in Knicks fans' eyes when he came here, that he wasn't in basketball shape as a professional.
Right.
You know, and as a professional, you know what I'm saying? I go back a little bit, and I remember, you know, watching Happy Days when one of the characters, the coach, put him in the game, and he zipped down his warmer, and he had on his street clothes. You know, if that's what Mudiay kind of makes me feel like. I'm like, you know, dude, as a professional, you were supposed to be ready. You know what I'm saying? Ready for your number, ready to play. When it's your time to get in there. But I'm rooting for the kid because he's kind of young to totally give up on him. But I think this should be a good fight going into training camp.
Okay. Yeah. And it sounds like the next show, Mudiay to whose marks, I guess not pleasure. I don't know the word I want to use. Looks like Mudiay is going to have to be a topic of discussion in the next stream, you know, because and whose mark is probably going to be mad and he's probably going to wild out. But we're gonna we'll let whose mark have his time though.
Whose mark is in a dark place? I see with the chat, but he's a really funny dude, and he's passionate. He's passionate about this. But not only Mudiay, my thing of the person that I think that we need to put the target on his back is Ron Baker. The Knicks organization are trying to save face, especially Steve Mills. He's trying to save face because he gave Baker that contract that, I'm sorry, we don't know this for verbatim, but nobody was going to give him 2 years, $9 million off of what he
You're right about that. You're right about that. Yeah. You're definitely right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But good night. You know what I'm saying? Peace to you and peace to the gods out there and the whole Knicks family.
Peace, man. Thank you for the call. Appreciate it. Peace. Good call. Some good points. And I think, Mudiay versus Ron Baker. Who do we keep? Who goes? Do both of them go? Maybe we'll talk about that in the next. In the next chat. You're on and popping, Mark.
All right, quick. I got a hot take. But before the hot take,
okay.
Mudiay and Baker could go to hell. Number 2, I got a hot take. Here's this hot take. Let me ask you a question, Sim. How many games do you think we're gonna win this year?
How many games do I think?
Be realistic, please.
We already talked about this, but we talked about this. We can't see your face, Mark.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get 33 to 35 wins.
I'm gonna ask you, how are we gonna get those type of wins if we don't know who's gonna score over 20 points?
I mean, you don't have to have everybody score over. You don't got to have one person score over 20 points. I think Hardaway probably still give you 18 to 20.
This is the NBA, and we need. This is the NBA, and when you're playing the game of NBA, we got to know who's going to give you these consistent.
Okay, but here we go. Here you go. I think Hardaway is going to still give you 18 to 20.
Okay.
Right. I think that Kevin Knox maybe is going to give you 15 to 17.
15 is realistic.
I think Trey Burke may be able to give us 15 to 18 per game.
No.
I think he can. I think he can. I think he can give us at least 15 a game. I think Trey Burke can give us at least 15 points a game.
You know how many minutes he has to play to average that?
Why would he not average those minutes?
Because I don't think he would average over 30 minutes on this team right now because of the guard play that we have. Because
of the guard play?
Yes, we have plenty of guards that do a lot of different things.
You got Frank?
And it's going to be hard.
Hold on, who? You got Frank?
You got Frank, right?
Hardaway.
Number one, let me tell you something. Number one.
No, hold on. Name the guards. Name the guards.
You got Frank, Tim Hardaway.
Hardaway.
We still have Mario Zone. I keep forgetting about him.
Is he going to play the guard spot, or is he going to play the 4, 3, and 4?
He's not going to play. Where I get this 3 and 4 come from? Where he's going to play that? He never played that in Orlando.
Why didn't he? He's 6'8", 6'9".
Bro, he's not 6'8" playing. He's not 6'8". He's not 6'8", big 6'8". He cannot play the 4. No,
man.
No way.
Why not? Tim Thomas. I always say Tim Thomas. Lance Thomas does.
He's bigger than him. He's bigger than him.
They're like the same height.
They could be the same height, but that don't mean it's just like this. Did Paul George play the 4? No, he don't like.
He does.
4.
He does go back, vacillate between the 3 and the 4 sometimes, just like Melo does. Melo weighs like 218, 220. Same thing that Mario Hezonja weighs. Mario Hezonja weighs 218. Melo weighs the same, and he plays the 4. He'll be able to play. Hezonja will realistically be able to play 2, 3, and 4. If you got a small lineup, he could play the 4.
Okay, number one, just for the fact that he has passing ability, he can set up an offense.
Okay, that's cool.
Right? Trey Burke would have to average over 30 minutes for him to average 15 points a night. And he's not going to play no more than 20, 25 minutes at best, depending on how good Mario, Courtney Lee. Say if we still got Courtney Lee, that's another guard.
Well, maybe if we still got Courtney Lee, we'll see.
I'm just talking about what we got right now.
I know, but somebody has to go. Courtney Lee could be that guy that goes. I don't know. I think he could. I think he could. I think he could. I think he can give his 15 points a game.
That's a lot.
You know what I'm saying? Even if he's coming off the bench as a scorer, I think if he's coming off the bench and his only job is to score, I think he can give us 15 points a game.
That means he would have to average the amount of shots that probably Kevin Knox is going to be able to be. That's going to be taken. But he would have to average.
He didn't shoot. What was his shot percentage last year? What was his field goal percentage last year?
I think it was high. I'm not too sure. It wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't bad at all.
He's not a bad shooter. It's not a bad shooter.
He shot a decent percentage from the field.
But do you want him to be a volume shooter on this team when we're trying to figure out other players? Because if he becomes that means he's going to take up a whole lot of shots.
10 shots a game. I don't think 10 shots a game is crazy. And I think you can get 15 points with 10 shots. I mean, if you make 5.
10 is decent. Okay.
If you make 5 of those 10, a couple of them are threes. You go to the line a couple of times. And he does shoot a good percentage.
No, he does.
Right?
But I'm thinking because we knew Porzingis every night could give you 20 to 30 points, plus 40 on hot nights. And we have to replace that. And already we couldn't even score 100 points last year because we didn't have shooters or players that could really, really, really score. Yeah, and we only won 29 games. Ooh. And then we're going into the season right now. We're gonna have one player that gives us 18 points.
I mean, I get you. But we're gonna have a different type of offense this year, I think, though. Last year was like this mixture between. I don't know what it was. It was nothing. We should have more structure in this offense.
All right. Now I was saying. Now my hot take is. We're going to play very hard this year, right?
Yep.
But there's going to be a high percentage that we might not even win over 20 games.
We'll see. I think we can win over 20 games.
And I'm thinking, I
think we can win over 20 games.
Into that top 5 lottery pick and use that pick for future assets.
I mean, if it happens, it happens. If it happens, it happens. That's where I'm at with it. If it happens, it happens.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so hold on 1 second. Look at this. All right. Trey Burke last year, 21.8 minutes. This is for the Knicks. 21.8 minutes, 12.8 points per game in 21 minutes.
He would have to go over 25 minutes a game to average 15.
I don't see that being too much because, and think about it, earlier in the season, Jeff Hornacek was kind of jerking him around. He'd get 5 minutes this game, 10 minutes this game, 30 minutes one game, then not get any minutes. If he's getting 25 consistent minutes, you're going to tell me that 12.8, 13 points a game can't be 15? off the bench.
Yeah, but you got to understand about like an average and how you average in the league. So Trey Burke would have to, for him to average 15, he would have to consistently, for him to be a 15-point scorer in this league, he would have to score at least 15 to 22 points a night to average around 15 points on a consistent basis. It's a lot. I'm telling you, it's a lot. You'd have to play a lot of minutes to average 15 points. Even though what he did, because he played a lot of minutes going towards the end.
Towards the end.
So that boosts up your average.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I get that.
He was averaging over 25 minutes.
I get that. But there's gonna be times throughout the league, throughout the season, just like last year when he'll be hot and he'll drop 25, 30, and then nights when he only scores 10. I think he can coming off the bench, especially if he has that role. That's just his role.
Yeah,
that's just what he does.
I think that's going to be his role because that's the only thing he's really, really strong at. Because anything else,
right,
he's just not like he wouldn't be Trey Burke if he didn't do what he did last year.
Yeah.
And the fact that we don't know what Mario Zonia is, we don't even know what our offense look like. Number one,
That's true.
We don't know what our defense look like. Number two. So just because we barely won 30 games, and these teams got kind of better, and it's like open season right now in the East. When I mean it's open season. Because remember, Indiana just stocked up. They got better on the bench.
Yeah. I mean,
listen. Even like Dwight Howard's going to be good for them for what he does. 16-12. That's better than Morrison Gortat. And Dwight Howard still played great defense.
Hey, listen. I mean, you could be right that they score. That they only win 19, 20 games. You could be right. But you know what? If they're playing hard.
Yeah, I said, you don't think we're gonna be Brooklyn? How Brooklyn played last year? That I would accept that. But I'm just talking about like being realistic, winning games. I don't see 29. I really don't because we don't have someone that say, okay, fourth quarter, he's gonna give us a bucket.
But 29 is not a lot of wins, man.
You got to understand something. 29's, but when you think about it, it's a step going up because that's 29. You're right there in the 30 mark. And when you're improving as a team, you have to hit the 30 mark to actually say, okay, next year they can come back stronger.
Yeah, I mean,
we're gonna decline because we don't have our stout that gave us 22 points, sometimes 30.
I mean, but see, this is the thing. We wouldn't have won 29 if KP would have played the whole season.
No, Tim Hardaway going out because I understand that. Yeah.
Right. And when did KP go out?
KP went out like in what, March, I believe? No, January?
Was it January?
Because it's been 4 months.
It was January. It was January. Yeah, it was January because he didn't play in the All-Star game.
It was January. Yeah, it was January because remember Tim Hardaway came back in January, and then Porzingis got hurt.
Yeah. I mean, so we won 29 games last year. If KP did not get hurt,
I say if Tim Hardaway didn't get hurt, that's what it was. Because Tim Hardaway was a big piece of our hog because he gave us 18 points, and we were searching every night. If you watch the Knicks game, every night we were searching for a player to give us a consistent 18 points.
I don't know. But see, my thing is, I just feel like you're gonna have like Frank is gonna be a little bit better.
Yeah.
Right? He's going to get more playing time. He's going to be a little bit better. Hopefully, Tim Hardaway is a little bit better. Kevin Knox is going to add something to the team. Mitchell Robinson is going to add something. I don't know how much, but we'll see. He's going to add something. I want
to throw that kid in the fire so bad.
Somebody else who can get you 18 to 20 points is Cantor if his defense can keep him on the floor.
He's not going to stay on the floor.
Right.
It's I
mean, last year when he didn't stay on the floor, what did he average? 14 and 10?
14. He's a 14 and 10 guy when he plays like this. Because
only because of his defense, though.
Yeah,
so I mean, we'll see.
He can't stay on the floor.
I know.
He couldn't stay on the floor in Oklahoma, and that was a great team. So think about it.
But that was a great team.
And he couldn't stay on the floor.
That's what I'm saying, though.
For us, and we're trying to get better. He's gonna hurt us. He's hurting our stock. So he's the same amount of minutes that he averaged last year. He's a 25 minute guy.
But look. Mitchell Robinson may not be ready to give you more than 20 minutes.
I don't,
you know what I'm saying?
As long as he plays. As long as that
right,
kid
but
plays.
but what I'm saying, so Cantor might still be giving you 25 to 30 minutes.
They remember they got Cornet too. They remember they like Cornet.
Yeah,
too
we'll see what Cornet. We'll see how they use Cornet. I keep forgetting about Cornet.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about Mario's on Cornet, and Cornet is. He does good for a 10, 15-minute stretch. He's a good player because he runs. He runs the floor very well. He rebounds very well, and then he knows how to pick and spread the floor when they run the pick and roll. So he's going to get minutes. He's going to get 10 to 15 minutes. That's going to cut into Cantor's role, bro. Cantor's not going to play 30, 35 minutes. If he couldn't do it in Oklahoma, and that was a great defensive team, he's not going to do it here because we're looking to beef our defense, and he's going to be a main reason why we can't do that.
We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I'm going to tell you what. There were times last season when Cantor was missed in that fourth quarter.
No, he was big because let's say he had Porzingis right there. Because remember, Porzingis can clean up a lot of shit. He doesn't have that right now. We don't have
Mitchell
that.
Robinson will be there. There's going to be some time. There's going to be some lineups where I think there's going to be some lineups where Mitchell Robinson and Cantor play at the same time.
You know, this is what I was saying. Who do we have at power forward right now? Nobody, right?
Nobody. Not. Well, maybe this Noah dude. Maybe Noah Vaughn Lee. We'll see. I don't know.
No, for me right now, like I would throw Mitchell. Right, I would start him for 10 to 15 minutes every game. With Cantor,
I wouldn't mind that.
In the starting line at power forward.
I wouldn't mind that at all.
Mitchell plays like behind Cantor, because that would help his development.
Okay,
you gotta throw that kid in the fire. He has to feel it.
Yeah,
he has to get used to the speed.
I wouldn't mind that at all. I wouldn't mind that at all.
Because he moves, man, and he could guard the perimeter. He can guard the perimeter.
Yeah. Hey, Mark. Let me get a call or two, but I'm about to wrap this up. All right.
All right, wrap it up.
But if you're gonna stay on, probably do this little MBK extra or something like that. All right.
All right, bet.
All right, man. All right, later. You on live with Nothing But Knicks? Call up. What's popping?
What's up, Tim? How you doing, man?
What's going on, man? How you feeling?
Chilling, man. I called you, man. I had to ask you a question. I know it's going to get the chat room. Everybody's going to get mad because you can't talk about Porzingis in here. But, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. I was the dude that called him a drama queen. You remember? Like a week ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I had a question, man. Tell me, when he comes back, what if he doesn't play as good as he did last year? Because they might try to rush him back.
Well, that's my fear. That's my fear that they try to, his team, not the Knicks, that his team try to get him back, because of contract implications. That's my biggest fear.
And concerning the money, what if they don't go to pay him the amount he wants? I mean, is he going to do us like Melo, do us the cold shoulder, or is he going to go back to Lavia over the summer, not talk to nobody? Because we really don't need that.
I kind of think that was overblown, though. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like the whole thing about him going to Latvia, I think that was a little bit overblown. I think the Knicks knew what was going on. I think they were they were in communication. At least that's what it kind of showed me on his documentary that he's doing about his recovery. Right there in the second documentary, I think it was, KP was talking. They were talking to the doctors. The doctors were letting Scott Perry, Steve Mills know what was going on. KP was talking to him about going to Latvia and going to, where he's training, where he's doing his recovery at. So I think the communication between Scott Perry, Steve Mills, Fizdale, and KP is much better than people think.
Yeah,
that's just my opinion.
I think that now it is. One reason being because Fizdale said that he could play small forward. They were going to try to play him at it, maybe go to play with it. He don't want to play the 5, so
yeah. I wouldn't mess with the small forward right after the injury though. I let him work his way into that because you got to be a little bit more agile. You're going to put a little bit more pressure on your knees if you're playing that type of position full time. I mean, I don't know. I guess, you know what? KP plays like a 3 anyway, so I guess maybe it doesn't even matter.
But the thing I'm kind of worried about is about the brother, the one that actually talks. Come around March or April, is he going to start to talk? Is he going to start, talk
we'll
about
see.
the money?
Yeah,
and about how happy he is in New York. Because we got a lot of hope every year. Every year, the Knicks hope after every summer. Everybody's like, this year is going to be a better year. We start to talk about all the newbies. Forget about, the star. First it was a Melo. Melo goes, he makes a video. He playing good over the summer. We get all happy. I figure, I really hope KP, he comes back and he plays up to par. Because if he don't, man, we're going to be in this chat room blowing it up, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we really forget. And I had another thing I wanted to go to ask you. I want to ask you if you've seen an article that Allen Houston took a pic with Ntilikina, and he actually said that Ntilikina looked taller than him. I don't know if you've done.
Oh yeah. I seen it. Yeah, I seen that. Yep, I seen that.
That's crazy. What if he's 6'7"? That's crazy.
I think he's going to end up being 6'7". Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yep.
But he's gonna have to shoot, man. We're gonna need him to shoot at least 12 to 14 a game. But I think that's gonna help him get more rebounds.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it's good.
Definitely. I mean, if he's 6'7" and he can, he's got the kind of vision that he has, and he can play the defense he can. Now you really can depend on him to guard 3 positions. Sometimes 4.
Exactly.
If he's 6'7",
I think we need
sometimes 4 if the other team is playing a small lineup. So yeah. But
we just need to throw him out there, man. He needs to get as many minutes as he can.
Yeah. Hey, Jose.
We talking about Yeah.
I'm gonna let you rock, man, because I'm about to get off.
All right, bro. All right, bro.
Hey, I appreciate the call, man. Appreciate it. Hope.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, make sure he calls back.
I'll call again, man. I will, definitely. Bro. Thanks a lot, man.
Peace,
man.
Peace. One. All right, we're down to the end of the show, people. We're down to the end of the show. There's one more thing I wanted to show you before we go. Speaking of nothing but New York sports, and I'm gonna throw that in the chat one more time. Because we'll be talking about all New York teams. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel. I'm saying subscribe to the channel. But you guys know Esco, right? You remember Esco. Haven't heard from him in a little while. But speaking of New York sports and the New York Giants, Esco sent me a video. I want to show you guys this video. This is a video of Esco's. Maybe not. I thought I had it. I guess I don't have it. Thought I had a video of Esco's. Esco has a. Here we go. Esco has a room that is New York Giants out. You know what I'm saying? So let's see if this comes through. There we go. This is Esco's man cave. You know what I'm saying? New York Giants, New York Knicks. That's a beautiful room right there. You know what I'm saying? My man Esco is chilling. That's his spot. I like that. So if you guys got a room like this, look at Esco. Now Esco's from, Mississippi or something like that? If you guys got a room like this, send me a clip, man. Send me a clip so we can put this. We can show everybody what your man cave looks like. You know what I mean? So this is Esco's man cave. Big shout out to Esco for sending me the clip. I love your man cave, Esco. That's great. That's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? That's a New York Giants, New York Knicks fans' dream. You know what I'm saying? There goes the big fella, Allen Houston. That's what I'm talking about right here. Big shout out to Esco, man. Big shout out. Hey, listen, I'm out for the night, guys. Make sure you sub the channel. Nothing but New York sports. Make sure you sub Nothing But Knicks. Get it out to everybody. Tell everybody. Go sub Nothing But Knicks. We need all Knicks fans in here talking New York Knicks stuff. Be on the lookout for a new video from me and the Entertainer, a new Made in New York video coming, sometime next week. Be on the lookout for a Knicks fan's memoir coming in a couple of weeks. And Tuesday night we'll be on live at 10:30, talking New York Knicks. Congratulations to Kevin Knox winner. A couple of people, and I'll be in contact with them and be on the lookout for the next contest. So I'm out for the night. Make sure you sub the channel. Make sure you check out Nothing But New York Sports. Make sure you check out Made in New York. It's a great show. You can check it right on the channel right now. I'm out, and I'll talk to you guys on Tuesday. Peace. Nope, maybe it's not peace yet. We're going to get to it. There we go. If you enjoyed the show, please subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell, get a notification anytime that I go live. I'm on every Sunday, every Tuesday, every Thursday at 10:30 p.m. Peace.